All right, welcome to AC Flora High School in Forest Acres, South Carolina. This is AC Flora hosting York, first game of the 2024 4A High School League playoffs.
Yeah, welcome. It's feels weird to already be in the playoffs after just kind of felt like the season's flown by, but gonna have hopefully a good one. I guess quickly, Jeff and I have been scrambling because it's been a scramble type of day for us. Well, as Jeff adjusts my levels right now. I'm going to quickly go through our starting lineup and the Cougars starting lineup. On the bump today, Tyler Hernandez. Behind the dish, Lucas Beal. At first is Harris Rivers. Second, Roper Wensky. Short, Jack Chetwood. Third, Miney Lafitte. In left, it's Rentz. Center is Charlie. And right is Paul Choate. So the Cougars come in today 7, 11, and 1. They're winners of 4 of their last 5 and have powered into the playoffs. Okay, it's going to be a kind of a weird explanation of how they got here, but they hold the first of the 4 at-large bids that the 4A playoffs give. They were the 5th team in their region. They're Region 3, if you will, from the upstate. The most notable team out of that region is Indian Land.
Leading off for the Cougars, number 6, Coleman Harvey.
These York Cougars, it's been up and down season for them. They're looking to come and power their way into the playoffs and kind of upset AC Flora. Should be a good one, folks. First pitch tonight, 6:51. We're starting early. Hernandez deals low and inside to the lefty. And we're underway here in the first round of the playoffs. So AC Flora kind of got, I would say, fortunate in this bidding with how the playoffs are seeded. The regions, there's 3 regions in the lower state. There's 4 in the upper state. So there's 16 teams in each side of the bracket. The how it kind of works, you split those 16 up into 8 equal sections. So you're basically playing 4 separate double elimination rounds of 8. So we are in the number 1 seed. And I want to say that ball is hit high to the left side and going foul. Ooh, almost got there was Jack, but unfortunately missed. But we are in the, so our big game would be against Lucy Beckham and next week. However, we would be home. Basically, what I'm saying is we have 2 home games no matter what, win or lose. Now, obviously, our Falcons want to win this one and then play Lucy Beckham in a shot to get to that quote-unquote first half of the championship game. For those who are new, double elimination means you have to lose twice to lose. So every team's going to be playing today and on Wednesday. And if you lose both, you're done. So Falcons made it to Monday last year, looking to make it a little farther than that, and through that's going to be pitching. So I'll kind of nullify all that talk. We'll get to that a little later. Hernandez, 2-2 count here against the leadoff hitter, Coleman Harvey. That ball is sliced to the left side and drops in front of the left fielder, Rentz Best, for a base hit.
Now batting number 22, Trey
Well, a Muskingum baseball commit. I may be mispronouncing that. It's an Ohio-based D3 baseball school.
Muskie? No.
No. Muskingum.
I don't know.
Oh, that's where Harvey's committed, and he has a single to lead off this game. Well, if you're here or just joining us in York or here around the Midlands, welcome. For those who do not know the other team very well, it's pretty simple. We are basically the same team, except the Falcons have had a better season. Both teams can pitch lights out, and the bats have yet to come around. So, and a big note here for the Cougars side, the South Carolina commit, Cooper Parks, is not in the lineup tonight. He was a late scratch for the Cougars. He is their best hitter and one of the best pitchers, however he hasn't been pitching much this year. So note for both sides, however, basically as you see the kind of the reverse, Falcons have 13 wins, York has 11 losses. You kind of get the picture. Both teams can pitch, but they cannot hit very well. That ball is sliced foul ball. It's going to be 0-2 here to Trey Dover. Dover, the DH tonight. Again, this lineup, I've got 2 separate lineup cards for York. They're trying to figure out what to do with Parks, and they had to unfortunately scratch him, so he's not in this game, meaning Dover will move into the 2-hole today. It's righty on righty, 0-2 count, nobody gone. That runner, Coleman Harvey, over at first. The right-hander on the mound, and he'll call a late time call as Harvey was actually took off. It's weird to see that late of a time call because it was very much as Dover put his hand up, they gave him time, and Harvey was even fooled his runner at first because he basically almost slipped out of his break, and Hernandez was winding to come home. It's 0-2. Now Hernandez will look back to first almost instinctively after the steal attempt from Harvey was nullified by the time call. Falcons, as you can see on your screen, but I'll done them anyway. The red caps, the red jerseys, and the white pants. York in the all gray black pinstripes with the black caps. Cougars coming into today looking to shock everyone here in the Midlands and try to knock off the number 4 seed here in this side of the bracket. The 0-2 coming home is way high for ball 1. Well, Dover is a junior. Has pretty good stats on the mound, but predominantly the designated hitter here for the Cougars, hitting .222 this year. He's behind 1-2, righty on righty, top of the first. Hernandez now goes back to first. Looks like Harvey's kind of staying put. That wasn't a big lead, even though he kind of got him leaning. Harvey does have 4 stolen bases this year. He has been thrown out once. Tyler, our regular catcher's on the mound, so Lucas getting the start behind the dish. He catches one high. It's ball 2. 2-2 goes the count. Hernandez is a master at throwing people out at second. Beal hasn't got as many attempts as Tyler, so we'll see if Harvey wants to test him early. Sun setting over the right field wall. It's 2-2. The pitch coming home is hit high into center field. Going back toward the wall, looking up is Scott, and that ball is made at the warning track. Scary play there for AC Flora, but a long drive for Dover doesn't work. It's 1 down. Well, Hernandez, after getting his long first out, can sigh relief. And now the junior catcher, Lucas Carroll, will dig into the right-handed batter's box. So we talked about how York was hot. They played both South Point and Clover in their final 2 weeks of action. They are 4-1. Their only loss was to Clover, a 4-3 loss late last week. Hernandez trying to pick off Harvey again to no avail. That's around his 4th or 5th pickoff attempt. The one to keep an eye on here is Harvey. Again, he was trying to go to second, but a time call by his guy at the plate, Dover, nullified it. Swinging strike 1, though. A fastball blows one right by Carroll.
Is Clover any good this year?
They're all right.
Yeah.
They're not like top 10 or anything, but they're decent. They're
it's
in
a 5A school, so it shouldn't be bad.
No. 0-1 inside for ball 1. Yeah, Clover. The win against Clover was a 1-0 victory pitched by the guy who's on the mound today. We'll get a lot more into that as we get in. It's 1 in, 1 gone. Hernandez comes home. The pitch, fastball outside. 2-1 we go. Well, Lucas Carroll coming in today with a .216 batting average. He was 1 for 3 in the loss against Clover last week. Again, as you're going to see a lot of these both sides, just the batting averages don't add up to what they were hoping to be this year. Now Tower throws back to first. He got him leaning. Did he get him? Yeah, he did. Hernandez finally picks off Harvey, who got a little overzealous over at first. And that is how the second out comes on a pickoff attempt.
Yeah, Tyler's just going to pick off people. It doesn't matter whether he's behind the plate
Apparently
or on the
not.
mound.
We said the everyday catcher for AC Flora guns the guy out at first on the mound. I mean, how about that? I mean, I don't even know how to call that. But 2-1 we go. 2 gone now, top of the first. Still scoreless. Nobody on the base pass now for Lucas Carroll. He'll come home. The pitch outside. Fastball, ball 3. So on deck, if it gets that far, is Colby Falls. 3-1 is foul right back in the net, and we'll have a full count incoming. So for the Falcons pitcher, Tyler Hernandez making his 7th start this season. He holds a 3.16 ERA over the 7 appearances, and a 3-1 record. If you would have saw his earlier season stats, you would say that's very darn good for that pitcher. Tyler had a rough start against both Dreer and Chapin. The full count is bounced in ball 4, so a 2-out walk to Lucas Carroll is drawn. Tyler had a rough outing against one of the best teams in 5A, Chapin. His ERA got up to 6 before it's now minimized back down into the 3s.
Early on?
Yes.
Seems so long
So
ago.
did Sparky. I know.
Sparky's been pitching really well, though.
Sparky
Right?
has been pitching his best. Sparky threw a no-hitter in the win against Ridgeview last Thursday. Fortunately, the Irmo didn't come through, so we are now here instead of being in the other side of the region. Or he'd be a 1 or technically a 2 seed, but be one of the region winners. Well, now that pitch is skied foul from the right-handed Colby Falls. It's going to be 0-1.
Yeah, aside from potentially having to go to North Myrtle in a couple games, Yeah, it's really not that bad.
No,
where we are.
North Myrtle is one of the best teams in the state, so. But Diamond Prospects actually has us a runner-up in this side of the bracket, so finishing top 8 in 4A this year.
Yeah.
It's 0-1 here to Falls. Tyler comes home. The curveball right down Broadway, strike 2. Beautiful pitch from Tyler. Tyler's number 3 catching prospect in that sophomore class in the state. However, on the mound, he's looking for his 26th strikeout of the year. He's ahead on Falls 0-2. Hernandez comes home the pitch. Fastball just a bit outside. Ball 1. And scoreless top of the first. It was a leadoff single from Harvey who got picked off at first. A fly to the warning track by Dover, and Carroll has now walked. And that's where we are right now. The 1-2 will come home. The curveball just low inside. Ball 2. Falcons are running off the field.
Yeah, it was a good-looking pitch.
Was a very good-looking pitch, but us umpire says a little low inside, so we'll make it 2-2 here with 2 gone. First frame of the game. A right-hander dealing with the base runner for most of his outing so far in the first. Will come home. The 2-2 fastball right down Broadway. Strike 3 looking. Hernandez gets strikeout number 1, and the Falcons leave a runner at first. 0-0 going to the bottom of the second, round 1 of the playoffs. Here live on Definite Fiction.
Leading off for the Falcons.
Welcome back here to Falcon Field, bottom of the first inning. Due up, and AC Flora's got a tough task on the mound. They face some very good pitchers this year, but he ranks among the top of them. That's Cooper Queen. He'll be donning the rubber here for the Cougars. Committed to Coker, he is a top 25 pitching prospect, or top 25 left-hand pitching prospect here in the senior class. First, Roper Wensky watches the fastball paint the outside part of the plate, and we're underway here at the bottom of the first. Roper's been on fire these last couple weeks, almost hitting around 500 in his last 5. The 0-1 is low, ball 1 here in this left-handed versus right-handed matchup.
What's he at overall then? He's over 400 or
No.
close?
Ish. 1-1, hard hit up through the left side. It's a base knock for Roper Wensky. A leadoff single for the Falcons, matching the Cougars. And there's 1 on, nobody out. Roper sitting 365 this year.
365 for the Falcons, number 18,
solid.
Charlie Scott.
Oh, Charlie Scott. We're trying to continue that streak. Falcons have also won 4 of their last 5, and that has actually become some of the pitching on the mound, and the bats are starting to come around here. We saw that against Greenville with 8 hits. Ridgeview, we ruled them not once but twice. That's going to have to continue to be hot and good if we want to make a run here into the postseason and beyond the first couple rounds.
This thing with baseball is like, it doesn't take much.
No.
You know, you get a little momentum at the plate.
Correct.
And, I mean, our pitching and fielding is great.
Pitching and fielding is enough to keep us in every ball game. So as long as we can get hot, we can do a lot of things. We saw it last year, too, with the same thing. We got kind of cold at the end and had an unfortunate exit early in the tournament. Well, a lot earlier than we wanted it to be. It's 0-1, lefty on righty. Queen will come home. The off speed, right down. No,
Nice
missed.
pitch.
All right.
Clearly a ball, but it's
maybe
a nice
inside and a little low, but 1-1 goes the count against Scott. Well, Cooper Queen, the scouting report is a lot of off speed. He will throw junk at the Falcons. We'll see if they can get a hold of a couple and put some long. Charlie, that one catches the outside part of the plate. A fastball. It's 1-2. I'd also feel like the Falcons at the plate have kind of gotten a little unlucky. It feels like we hit the ball really hard right at the outfielders.
Yeah, that we have.
That was the story of the Greenville game, but we came home with a 3-2 victory. The 1-2, Charlie Scott watches the off speeds.
Oh.
The outside part of the plate, strike 3.
Huh.
Well, that 1-1 looked like a better pitch than that
That
one.
was a
but-
couple inches into the batting box, the right-handed or left-handed batter's box.
Oh, either way, it's out number 1, and Tyler Hernandez will step in. The first lefty Queen will get today, who has barely moved from his spot on the rubber. Tyler coming in as one of the best players on this Falcon lineup. He's been a perennial staple at the top. He has 6 RBIs in his last 5 games, but he watches an off-speed pitch go right down the middle for strike 1. Tyler, the starting pitcher tonight for AC Flora. He mainly plays catcher. He's the number 3 catcher prospect in that sophomore class, as I said. That 0-1 is fouled back into the netting. It's going to be 0-2 here. Hernandez, who led the team in walks earlier this year, has not been able to draw as many, and he's behind 0-2, looking for a knock right here. It is way high above the head of Hernandez. It's ball 1 here with 1 gone. 0-0 score, bottom of the first. Falcons have a leadoff single from Ro Perwensky, who's standing on first base. They'll try to get a crucial run here in what could be a very nice pitcher's duel at Falcon Field. The 1-2 coming home, off speed. That one's taken into left field. Going over is Colby Falls, the left fielder, who will settle under it and make the play for out 2.
Now batting for the Birds, number 2, Rents Best.
Well, Rents Best now will step into the right-handed batter's box, hitting cleanup tonight. Rents moving up in the lineup here after his hot streak. He's been feeling it at the dish. 5 for his last 11 with 4 RBIs. First pitch to him is low, ball 1, and the lefty is behind on the mound, 1-0 here with 2 gone. Rents is manning the left field position. He's been manning it all year. Comes in hitting .340 as that off speed goes inside against the righty. It's 2-0 now. Rents is one of the 5 seniors in this lineup. He's been pretty much an everyday starter here for AC Flora all season. Now Queen tries to pick over at first. Wensky was able to get back, and a pickoff move that could prove to be very dangerous for AC Flora, especially with runners on first, because the lefty on the mound doesn't have to do much to whip that ball over. It's 2-0, 2 gone. He bounces one in. Now it's ball 3. So the counteraction to Cooper Queen is he strikes out a lot. Charlie Scott was the 63rd victim by the strikeout here from Queen. However, he walks a lot. He walks about 5 people every game.
Wow.
Yep, 3-0 here against Rents. That ball right down Broadway. Strike 1, a fastball that Rents didn't move on. Yeah, he strikes out just under 8 per game, and he walks 5 per game. So you give and you take here with Queen. It's 3-1. He'll come home. The off speed right down Broadway yet again. Strike 2. It broke late, and the Falcons are going to have to see that off speed a couple times to get used to it because it's a lot more vibrant than they're used to here. Oh, it's full count. 3-2, 2 gone. Bottom of the first. Runner at first. He'll be in motion. He goes. The pitch is outside. Ball 4, and the Falcons have first and second with 2 gone.
Up next for the Falcons, number 15.
So one of the only other things about this
Sneed.
York team, and
Yeah.
really Queen, he doesn't really go as long either.
Okay.
He goes around 5 innings a game, kind of around like our starters do. Their bullpen is pretty darn good, though, like ours is. So, again, very similar teams. Pitching is a very good part and a very big part of why they're in the playoffs. It's the lefty Zach Sneed who watches one inside, ball 1. So the fastball by Queen is getting up there, but Zach Sneed, whoa, gonna try to take one and put a first RBI. Someone who's trying to get on track here in the playoffs. He fouls one back, and it's 1-1 here with 2 gone. Well, Sneed's been battling back from the ACL injury. Looking for hit number 7 here on the year. However, Zach is a very patient hitter with 10 walks so far in his about half a season. 1-1, the curveball swinging strike 2, beautiful
That's a pretty
from
pitch.
Queen. It's gonna fool a lot of hitters, and it has all season, as we said, 62, it's just the problem with locating it. That curveball dropped violently on the outside part, got Sneed to swing through it, so it's 1-2 here, 2 gone. Queen comes home, the high heat is stayed off by Sneed. It's 2-2 here with 2 gone. And 2 men on, second and first. Zach Sneed looking for RBI number 2. He had his first one against Ridgeview in the final game of the regular season. Comes home, the pitch is fouled back barely over the netting into the forestry. So we'll do it again. Zach is starting to come around, had a tougher start at the plate than he'd like, but he has 3 hits in his last 5 games. Hitting a nice .250 average. So it's 2-2, 2 outs. Bottom of the first, scoreless game. Queen, the lefty, comes home. That ball's beaten over to the ground, left side. Clinton, the third baseman, comes on. He'll fire to first, and he'll make the play for out number 3, a closer play. But the Falcons will leave 2 stranded here as Queen gets out of the jam. We're scoreless going to the top of the second. It's round 1 of the playoffs, live on Definite Fiction. Welcome back here to Falcon Field. It's inning number 2 in the first playoff game for both sides. After a 1-hit, 1-walk inning, Tyler Hernandez left a runner stranded on first and got out of the inning. So now it's Cooper Queen, the 5-hole, swinging through a low pitch fastball. Hernandez starts the lefty off with a strike. So the winner of this will play the winner of the, and give me 1 second, but it's
Lucy Beckham and
Lucy
somebody.
Beckham and Myrtle Beach. Thank you. I was working on the other team.
Okay.
The 0-1 is low, ball 1 here against the lefty. And both teams are guaranteed to play Wednesday, but no one's guaranteed to play after that. The Falcons, win or lose, will be right back here at Falcon Field. York will be pretty much traveling the whole playoffs. 1-1, fouled back, and it's going to be 2-1 now, or 1-2, excuse me.
Well, I guess if you win 3 games.
It's the higher seed will host, so
Yeah.
no matter, I don't think no matter.
Well, no, not
well, yeah.
once you get into the winning bracket.
Well, yeah.
Like if you defeat somebody.
If they had to win the whole winner's bracket to play at home.
Yeah.
It's 1-2 here. The righty comes home inside with that right arm sleeve. It's ball 2. So Cooper Queen at the dish, not having the season he's wanting, hitting 186. 22 strikeouts compared to 12 walks. The 2-2's hard hit to that right side, but foul down the line. Queen is 0 for his last 8, 2 for his last 11. However, he has drawn 7 walks in 5 games. It's 2-2 here. The righty on the mound, pitching to the left-handed Coker commit. Known for his pitching, but he's trying to contribute at the dish. Hernandez will step off, though, as the sun continues to set on that right side, right behind the foul pole. It's going to be 2-2 here. Top of the second, no score. Falcons and Cougars looking to win the opening game. That curveball stays low, and it's going to be ball 3 here. Well, Queen, he's been on fire with the walks. He's looking to draw maybe another one or even put one in play for a hit. It's a full count pitch from Hernandez. It'll come home. That ball is beaten over to chop to first. Harris Rivers, who's getting DH for, plays it back. Goes to Tyler, who mishandles it. An error from the Falcons in the field, a rare one at that. Puts a leadoff base runner aboard here for the Cougars. Well, it looks to be, I couldn't see that sun's coming right in right there, so I think that was an error on Tyler, or was that too high, Jeff?
Yeah, I couldn't tell. The sun was all over it.
Let's see, I'm looking in the air. Well, it's going to be a hair on the first baseman, Harris Rivers. So Cooper Queen's aboard. A leadoff base runner here for Carson Clinton, right-handed third baseman. Monty Lafitte comes in as the bunt attempts now pop to the right side. It's going to go just foul. And just out of the reach of the first baseman, Harris Rivers. So Carson Clinton, one of the 6 seniors here the Cougars have. He is one of the higher RBI totals for the Cougars, 8, but he has struck out 11 times. So the last time these two teams played, as Jeff and I were talking about during the break, was 2022. We did play them twice in 2021. Falcons have never lost a game to the Cougars. Pick off attempt to first, and Queen will stand back in safely. Doesn't have much of a lead. He's not known for his speed. But the Falcons don't want to get him much of a lead in case they can make a play at second. Hernandez again will pick off at first, and Queen just kind of looks a little annoyed over there at first because he has maybe a step or two lead. So he's pretty much able to just kind of stride back into the base, or coast, if you will. Well, now the pitch is fouled back over us. It's going to be 0-2 here against the right-handed third baseman, who is trying to lay down a bunt to move the first run of the game into scoring position. However, Hernandez is leaving things high. It's not allowing him to. It's 0-2 here. Nobody gone. Runner at first. We'll see if Clinton tries to pull bunt again. Doesn't. That pitch is high. Ball 1. The fastball was up around the eyes of Clinton. That was a nice pitch from Tyler, though. See if after 2 straight foul bunt attempts, Clinton would have pulled the trigger. Looks like he'll be swinging, though, as he's behind 1-2. Yo-wheel deal home. Hernandez fastball outside. 2-2 goes the count. And it's early in this contest. However, the man on first, Cooper Queen, reached on air by Harris Rivers, the first baseman. It's now 2-2 the count. The pitch, that ball's hard over the second baseman's head for a base knock in right field. So after back-to-back bunt attempts don't work, Clinton laces a single into right field, and now there's runners at first and second here with nobody out.
Up next, number 19, Larson Montgomery.
So York, a team that only averages just over 3.5 runs per game, is threatening in the second here against the Falcons' right-handed pitcher, Tyler Hernandez. It'll be Larson Montgomery here, the right-handed shortstop, stepping in. Larson coming in hitting 125 this year. Just trying to turn it around here and get what will be RBI number 5 on the season and give the Cougars a 1-0 lead or more. Hernandez looks back, Queen over at second. Montgomery, you don't want to give him a pitch to hit. The kid has power. He has 1 homer along with USC commit Parks. Hernandez, now he'll show bunt. Montgomery fouls that one back again. So they're 0 for 3 on bunt attempts, these York Cougars are, and that's going to be strike 1 here. Well, the Falcons do so well and they play such good small ball. Right now, York cannot seem to do the same. However, a leadoff error and then a single put 2 on, and the Falcons are playing the corners heavily in, including the first baseman, Harris Rivers, a couple feet on the grass. He'll show bunt again. That pitch is high, ball 1. So York made the 2-hour travel here to play AC Flora in the first round. The Falcons have been on fire here on the diamond, winning 7 of their last 10. Now that pitch right down Broadway. Montgomery pulled the bunt back. I don't know if that was the smartest move as he watches it go by for strike 2. So ever since the Forest Acres Classic, the Falcons have won 7 of 10, including against 2 good opponents, Greenville and Lugoff Elgin. 2 teams that are solidified in the playoffs. The only team we do share in common with these Cougars is Greenville, with a loss in a preseason game. The 1-2, that ball is lifted into center field. Long run for Scott. He'll run in the gap and he dies. He can't make the play. That's going to get down, but a ball that the runners had to hold on is going to get into the infield. And there's bases loaded. Nobody gone here for York in the top of the second. That ball was tailing away from Charlie in center. And eventually goes a too long of a run. So the bases are juiced with nobody gone.
Number 7,
And Cooper Williams, who before this game, he didn't know if he was actually going to get the hit. He was always going to be the center fielder here for the Cougars. However, the late scratch of Cooper Parks has put Williams at the dish. He's looking for his first hit of the season. It's lefty on righty. Tyler, the right-hander, will come home. The fastball just outside. Ball 1. One thing that I'm noting that MLB with watching Mets games, because I'm a Mets fan, for those who aren't aware, infields are playing a lot. Yes, well, infields are playing a lot more earlier in the games.
Yeah.
So Flora's not doing that here as a fastball goes right down Broadway, strike 1. It's a quick note. It looks like the Falcons are playing back for a double play and would surrender what will be the first run of the game here in the top of the second. However, if it goes through one of the corners, you'd have to believe they're coming home with it. It's 1-1 here. Nobody gone. Hernandez comes home. That pitch fouled right back into the net. It'll be 1-2 here. Williams has been a victim of the strikeout. Out of his 17 at-bats, 13 of his outs have come via the strikeout. So only 4 times he's put the ball in play have not resulted in a walk or a hit by pitch. It's 1-2 here. Hernandez, the righty, he'll come home. The fastball low and inside. Ball 2. That was a little closer to the strike zone, I think, than we may have wanted to admit, but Lucas Beal set up on the outside part of the plate against the lefty. Had to come all the way across his body, meaning very rarely going to get a strike call there. I'll bring the count to 2-2 here. The right-hander will step off the mound and reassess. Falcons in their red caps, their red jerseys, and their white pants. York in their all grays with black pinstripes. Beautiful uniform matchup here at Falcon Field. 2-2, Hernandez will come home. The fastball is low. Ball 3, and now a very important pitch coming up for Hernandez. Full count coming in. Bases are loaded here in the top of the second. Nobody out. Hernandez, he'll come home. The pitch, swinging strike 3. That would have been ball 4, but Cooper Williams swung at some high heat. And Hernandez gets a much-needed out, number 1. So that'll bring in Dalton Russell.
Up next, number 5,
Hitting in the 9-hole.
Russell.
Russell actually committed to Limestone via the football way, not the baseball. And now the infield going to come in, and the pitching coach going to come and talk to Tyler Hernandez. And the Falcons have to win here to kind of stay up in the winner's bracket. We don't want to fall to that loser so early here.
Yeah, no. I'm going to put some background music on.
So
So the group of 8. So Myrtle is the
North Myrtle is the one.
North Myrtle is the top in our group.
Yes. The other two in our kind of like pod, if you will. So the team we play is both Myrtle Beach and Lucy Beckham.
Okay.
Lucy Beckham's a top 10 team in 4A, so theoretically, if you had to pick a winner, they're mostly going to come out of that game, but you never know. Again, York would have to travel either to Lucy Beckham or here, or the Myrtle with a win. Well, one gone, and now the right-handed 9-hole hitter, Dalton Russell, will dig in. Hernandez, the right-hander on the mound. Looks at the bases, he'll come home. The fastball is outside, it's ball 1. Tyler's last source of action came against Ridgeview. The win of game 1, he pitched 4 innings, 7 strikeouts, 1 walk, no earned runs. And to note, that runner at third, it will be unearned because of the error. The 1-0 coming home, that ball is beaten into the ground, foul. Actually, no, right into the glove, excuse me. It made a really weird noise. I couldn't see it because it went into the glove of Lucas Beal, the catcher. So it's 1-1 here with 1 gone. Top of the second, bases are loaded here for the York Cougars, the visiting York Cougars, who are here via the at-large bid. Hernandez, the 1-1, comes home, the fastball in the dirt. Nice pick by Lucas to keep the runners at bay. It's going to be 2-1. So after Russell, top of the order back up, it's Coleman Harvey on deck, who had a single to lead off the game into left field. 2-1, 1 gone. Hernandez comes home the pitch. That ball is hit high down the right side. It's going foul, and it will reach out of play as that ball goes right into the sun as everyone shields their face. So the count will move to 2-2 here.
Hey, Colin. What's up, Al? How you doing, bud?
Tyler looking for strikeout number 28. That will give him a chance to get out of the inning, but until then, he's stepping on pins and needles here against the 9-hole Russell. Dalton has 1 RBI in his last 5 games, but he also has a strikeout per game. It's a 2-2 count here. Hernandez, he'll dig home the pitch, hard up the middle. That's going to get down for a base hit, but right to the center fielder, Charlie Scott, so everyone's got to stay in. It's an RBI single for Russell, and the Cougars lead at 1-0 here in the top of the second.
Now batting number 6, Coleman Harvey.
What's an unearned run against Hernandez, as the error was the one who allowed Queen to reach. Now it's a 1-0 lead for York, and Coleman Harvey, who turned the lineup over and looked to continue the damage here against Hernandez. Falcons continue to play their infield bat for double play depth. That ball was lined so hard at the center fielder Scott that the runners couldn't move up anymore. The first pitch is off speed in the dirt for ball 1 here against the left-handed Harvey. Well, Coleman Harvey comes in hitting 167. He was the leadoff hitter that I really get to talk about beginning of this game. It's 1-0 here. That fastball's right to the right side. Roper Wensky, the second baseman, boots it off his leg. That's going to be 1, and a hard turnaround third for Montgomery, and he'll stay there. That's an RBI single, infield single, if you will, for Harvey. It's a 2-0 lead here for York.
Yeah, tough play. I mean, even if it makes that,
The only out's at
be
first.
tough,
Yeah,
yeah.
there's no play at the plate, so Rum was coming home no matter what. But now in the face of Fernandez, he's got the heart of the order now at the dish. Bases are still loaded and only 1 out. Goes back to think of how big of an error that was to lead off the second. Well, righty on righty, Hernandez, curveball right down Broadway. Dover got froze for strike 1.
he hit the base of the wall.
Yeah,
First
over.
step out?
Not the base, but he hit it to Charlie at the base of the wall.
Yeah.
So he was the first out of the game, a long fly out. Puts one that deep again. It'll be a 3-0 lead here for the Cougars. The next pitch, fastball, keeps the outside part of the zone. Strike 2, a fastball from Hernandez, who's wasted no time attacking this righty. It's 0-2 here. With 1 gone, the 2-0 lead from York off of an error and an RBI single. Well, 1 came home off an error, but get the idea. 0-2, Hernandez overthrows a fastball outside. It's going to be ball 1. Once over, he's 5 for his last 17 now after that long fly out. He has 6 RBIs in the last game. Well, the last 5, last 2 weeks, if you will. 1-2, coming home, the off speeds in the other batter's box. Nice slide from Beal, and Dover's fought back to even the count. Or lead off to even the count. It's 2-2, 1 gone. Bases are loaded here at Falcon Field in the opening round of the playoffs. Hernandez, he'll come home. The curveball is chopped foul on the left field line. Dover stays alive. It's a nice pitch from Tyler. That ball was dropping out of the zone quickly. He got Dover to swing, but unfortunately for Hernandez, Dover put the bat on it. Two and two, 1 gone. Hernandez, he'll come set. And now he'll try to look back the runner at third. Montgomery will go back in, but there was no one covering as Lafitte is playing around even with the bag on the third base side. Falcons still looking for that inning double play. They need Dover to ground into it. Hernandez will come set. He'll deliver the 2-2. The fastball's fouled back into the glove, and Beal kind of smacking his glove, saying, I maybe should have caught that, even though it was almost uncatchable. So we'll do the 2-2 one more time. How about that? Dover has now fouled 2 straight after 2 straight strikes to begin the AB. Tyler come home again. The off speed is spoiled foul down the right field line. Great pitch from Tyler, but Dover is just saying, I'm putting the ball in play no matter what at this point. That was a great off speed pitch from Tyler, but sometimes you just get the bat on the ball. It's 2-2. Nowhere to go to Dover, and he'll call time and step out. Sun is almost set on the right side. Top of the second as Hernandez will look the runner back at second. Falcons trying to limit the damage here to 2. You're trying to pull an upset. Tyler will come set. The 2-2 will come home. The pitch, swinging strike 3. Hernandez gets the changeup and finally beats Dover to the spot. Tyler's second strikeout of the inning puts him 1 pitch away from getting out of it. However, the heart of the order still is here with Lucas Carroll.
Up next, number 3, Lucas Carroll.
The right-handed catcher will step back in. He reached via the walk back in the first inning. He was left stranded at first, though. Still bases loaded here. Now there's 2 gone. It's righty on righty. The second inning continues. Tyler, the off speed, low and away, ball 1. It's a nice curveball from Tyler right now, though. I have to imagine he may be doubting it a little bit after Dover continued to put him in play, or put him in the field of play, rather, and just continue this at bat. See if you can find it right here. The 1-0 pitch, fastball on the outside part of the zone for strike 1. Tyler just said, I'll take the curveball and just throw a fastball by him and even the count. 1-1 here. Hernandez, the off speed over the head of Carroll. It almost broke in the zone late, but it's now 2-1. If Carroll took that, it would have probably been on the heart of his back, meaning a hit by a pitch would have walked in a run. Lucas is 4 for his last 14. He's ahead 2-1. Hernandez comes home and throws a fastball high. It's ball 3, and he's now 1 ball away from bringing in run number 3. Hernandez will come set. And he'll now look back the runner at third. Montgomery again has no hold on him, so he walks back to third. And now Lucas Beal, the catcher, will call time. Lucas is actually one of the older people in this infield. Usually the Falcons have a very young infield with just all the sophomores and some freshmen playing.
Was he just a junior, though?
He's a junior, and Harris is also a junior, so he's...
okay.
Yeah, so usually it's a very sophomore-heavy infield with Roper Wensky and Jack Chetwood up the middle, both sophomores, and then Monty Lafitte, who's been basically getting an everyday player in the last third of the season, is a sophomore over at third. First baseman's kind of been Tyler sometimes, but today it's Harris who's getting the start. He's a junior. 3-1 here, 2 gone. Hernandez, the right-hander will fire, and that one's low and inside, ball forward. He'll walk in a run.
Running at first base, number 12, Henry Folk.
Hallett up in the dugout.
Number 2, Colby
What's up?
Falls.
I think Hallett's in the dugout.
Hallett.
Coach Hallett?
Oh, wasn't he always in the dugout?
No, I mean, like, sorry. Yeah,
Outside.
pitching coach. Was the last mound visit was in the first, though, right?
No. It's earlier in the second.
Oh, so then that's it.
That may be it, which...
Okay.
Well, Tyler, after not the outing he wanted, will walk off. Bases are still loaded. Falcons will bring on one of their excellent bullpen members here and try to continue to fight in this game. We're going to be a pitching change here at AC Flora. Right back here on Definite Fiction, where looks like Hank Collins will come in. New pitcher here for AC Flora. It's Hank Collins. The right-handed reliever will don the rubber. Tyler Hernandez will slide over to first. If there's anyone to get out of a jam, it may be Hank Collins. Coming in with the lead here in ERA. Over 19 innings pitched, he has a 1.1 ERA. The right-hander will come home. The fastball right down Broadway. Strike number 1. That's the right-handed Colby Falls, who ended last inning with a strikeout. Was looking to Tyler. Now the Falcons will turn it over to their senior reliever. The Falcons, what have made them so good here in the region, their relievers have been phenomenal. That's with a capital P. The 0-1 is chomped right to where Roper's not on the right side. That's going to be a base hit. They're waving around third and right field. The throw from Choate on a line home, and it's right at Lucas Beal. That's out number 3. Nice throw from Paul Choate, but the damage may be done. A 4-run top of the second for the Cougars has now given the Falcons an uphill battle here the rest of this game, but don't go anywhere. The bats will come to action in the bottom half of the second. Well, after a 4-run top half of the second, AC
Leading off for the
Flora.
Falcons,
Now it's an
number
uphill
1,
climb here the rest of this game,
Chetwood.
but who better to start it off than a man who's been hitting at the plate as of recently, Jack Chetwood. Chetwood broke out of his slump in Greenville and then was 1 for 2 in the win against Ridgefield. The sophomore looking to return to his early season form and hit over 400. Righty on righty, Queen will come home. It's right down Broadway though, like a changeup for strike 1. Well, the only downside, I think, a 4-run top of the second for York is their ace has now been sitting on the bench for around 30 minutes. Because right there he shows you the fastball's high and away against the righty. It's now 1-1. So to open the second, it's 6-7-8 here for AC Flora. It's 1-1. The fastball again right down Broadway, and Chetwood watches it go. It's now 1-2. Queen, the lefty will wind, deal home, the off speed, just outside against the righty, ball 2. Chetwood, not a hitter to attack many pitches out of the zone. He has 13 walks this year. It's a 2-2 count as the lefty will wind and deal home the pitch. That one's carved over to right field. Dalton Russell's got a read. He'll move over toward the line and make the play for out number 1. Well, a man who's becoming a very staple in right field, becoming harder and harder to keep him out of the lineup, Paul Choate. The right-hander right fielder will dig in, and when I say Paul Choate, hard to keep him out of the lineup, only person who has as many hits than Roper in the last 5 games is the man of the dish, Paul Choate. He watches a curveball inside from the lefty. It's ball 1. Choate in his last 5, 7 for 11, 3 RBIs. The 1-0 right down Broadway, a fastball for strike 1. Paul wasn't getting many starts earlier in the year, but now he's been en fuego, if you will, for AC Flora. And if his 13 at-bats, or 23, 13 of them have come in the last 6 games, if I can talk. However, the fastball is blown right by Choate from the lefty. It's now 1-2 here with 1 out. Queen, he'll wind, he'll deal home. The pitch is strike 3 looking. Low in the zone, a fastball. Hitting close to the upper 80s. Is in there.
Now batting for the Falcons, number 32, Monty.
The sun has gone behind the trees in right field, and now Monty Lafitte, the sophomore, who's also become a staple into this lineup, will step in. It's lefty on righty, and Queen wastes no time in giving him off speed over. It's outside, it's ball 1. Queen again, the left-hander throws low and inside, though, with the changeup. It's now 2-0, and Lafitte will smartly let himself get back in the batter's box with how quickly Queen's working. We'll call time. Now Queen fires home. The pitch is golfed. Looks to be foul on that right side in the foul territory, and it will get out of play over the Falcon dugout. Well, it's game 1 of the playoffs. The number 29th seed in the state, leading AC Flora 4-0 here. A lot of time, though. Only the second inning of the 7-inning affair. And now Monty Lafitte, after looked to be a ball that got in on his hands, that was golfed, if you will, on the inside. And there may be a change here. They're going to bring in Rohan Bremer. Interesting. Well, hopefully Monty's okay. Usually don't see many changes mid-AB. But Rohan Bremer, the talented freshman, will come in and take over the 2-1 count.
Now batting for the Falcons, number 28, Rohan Bremer.
So hopefully Monty Lafitte's okay. I'm not sure what happened, but the right-handed Rohan Bremer will now dig in. Weird play here. The 2-1 to the right-hander. His first pitch is high, ball 3. Well, I will say it is weird from going to one batter to another, and Rohan Bremer is not the same hitter as Lafitte. The 3-1, swinging strike 2, changeup, fooled Bremer. Full count. 2 outs, nobody on. It's a 4-0 lead for the Cougars. Their ace, Cooper Queen. He'll wind, he'll deal home. That ball's in the dirt. Will go to the backstop, and Bremer will sprint down to first. one thing I can think of is maybe that ball came a little too farther than I thought on the feet. Kind of shook him up a little, but
could just be Coach Hallett wanting to make them think.
maybe, I mean,
make the pitcher think a little bit.
I haven't seen that like in a while, so I'm just spitballing here what could happen.
Yeah.
Hopefully he's okay, but whatever. I mean, it worked nonetheless. A 2-out base runners aboard here for Queen, and then it's his second walk of his outing. So the 9-hole righty, Lucas Beal, will come home. The lefty will pitch low and in for ball 1. Well, Lucas Beal's man of the catcher, and Lucas had potentially his best game as a Falcon to date. Went 2 for 3 with an RBI in the game on Thursday against Ridgeview. It's 1-0 here, and the righty watches another one. Fastball inside for ball 2. Oh, Colin Queen, or not Colin, I don't know why I keep saying Colin, Cooper Queen. Anyone you don't want to get up, it's the man on deck, Roper Wensky. It's 2-0 here, the pitch right down Broadway, a fastball for strike 1. Queen took a little off of it, but it was a pitch that put right in the zone, making sure he didn't miss that one here. And he is prone to the walk, but he doesn't want to walk too many. It's 2-1, the pitch, curveball right down Broadway, nice pitch from Queen. Maybe it was a slide piece, but nonetheless, it was in there for strike 2. So 2's around, 2-2 the count, 2 outs here in the bottom of the second. Falcons trying to break through here against Queen. The lefty will come home. That ball is fouled back by Beal. We'll do it one more time. So Lucas has become a platooning catcher here with Tyler Hernandez this year. He got the start behind the dish here in playoff game number 1. The righty, it's a 2-2 count. The lefty comes home. The fastball is up and away for ball 3. And Beal will battle and make it a full count here with 2 gone. So the freshman will be in motion here at first. Looks like the infield is back here for the Cougars. Full count. Queen takes his time, and now he'll come home. The pitch inside, ball 4. Back-to-back 2-out walks. He's with the most dangerous hitter for the Falcons at the dish. A situation we've seen here a lot at Falcon Field from both visitors and the home squad. After a very nice start to the inning, the pitcher has lost back-to-back batters. Queen with a flyout and a strikeout looking solid. But again, back-to-back walks has put the Falcons' best hitter at the dish here with 2 gone. Well, Roper Wensky's moving that leadoff spot as of the last couple weeks, and he's still thriving, don't worry. 14 RBIs and hitting .365. First pitch to the right-hander, the off-speed's high, ball 1. Scott Graham will come in as the courtesy runner for our catcher, Lucas Beal. So he's now over at first. Rohan Bremer still at second. Roper Wensky looking. Tie the back the lead RBIs for the team. The 1-0 is right down Broadway, and it's fouled back over the lighted here. And it's 1-1 here with 2 gone. Well, Queen is making his 9th start here for York. He's 3-3 on the season. He's pitched over 40 innings coming into the day. The 1-1 will come home. That pitch is low in the dirt. Nice glove by Carroll. Oh, my goodness. That ball was bouncing towards the backstop, and Carroll just got his body in front of it. Saving what potentially could be 2 runs in scoring position. It's 2-1. The lefty Queen. He'll come home. The pitch is low again, and that ball hits the dirt. It's ball 3. So Roper's not known for his walking abilities. He has 9 this year, but he's way ahead of the Coker commit 3-1, and Charlie Scott waiting on deck patiently. The lefty, he'll wind, he'll deal home that pitch. Fastball in the outside part of the zone, strike 2. So we'll do it for the second straight batter. Full count pitch, 3-2, 2 gone. This time there's runners at first and second. The leadoff hitter, Roper Wensky, at the dish. Queen comes home. The pitch is sliced right into the right field. Long run here for Russell, the right fielder, but the second baseman, Ayers, goes back and extinguishes the threat. The Falcons had back-to-back 2-out walks, but Roper Wensky pumps out to the second baseman, and that will end the inning. York leads 4-0. We're going to the 3rd. Welcome back here to Falcon Field. Yeesh. Top 3 incoming. I'm combining words again. Well, after the York Cougars batted around, scoring 4 runs in the top half of the second. Cooper Queen, who started the last inning, will start again. Cooper reached off an error. He came around and scored the first of the 4 Cougar runs. He grounded over to first when he did it, and he's swinging strike 1 from the right-handed reliever, Hank Collins. That was on the outside part of the zone, but a changeup fools Queen. So Queen is now 0 for his last 9 after he reached on the air. And swinging strike 2, a fastball blew it by Queen this time. And he's ahead 0-2. Nice pitching here from Collins. So Collins is one of the best relievers for AC Flora, if not the best. Falcons have 3 big relievers, and a fastball beats the outside part of the zone. Strike 3, Collins. 3 pitches, 1 strikeout. Queen just watched it go by.
This is the same spot all 3 times.
Yep. Queen thought maybe that'd be a ball if I don't swing, and didn't work.
Pitch.
Well, out number 1 off 3 pitches, and the right-handed Carson Clinton will dig in. Carson, after trying 2 bunt attempts, he actually singled into right field. His last at bat. The righty fouls that one off, and now it's 0-1. What I was saying, the Falcons relievers, they have 3 big ones. It's Hank Collins, Ryan Harrelson, Luke Schalken. Between the 3 of them, they boast a 1.29 ERA. They are one of the biggest reasons the Falcons have this 2 seed in this side of the bracket. It's 0-1 here. The off-speed high and inside. Clinton has to back away.
And the 2 of us know that Collins can go starter innings.
Correct. If you joined us for the Legion League, Hank Collins was a phenomenal starter for the Gold Squad. That ball is hit high on the right side. Long run for the right fielder, Paul Choate, into foul territory, and it will just get out of bounds. Almost been a nice out for Hank Collins, but finds the bullpen for AC Flora, so he'll come back in, Clinton, and do the 1-2. Yeah, so Collins became a starter for the AAA Gold team last year for the 2-1-5. Over 19 innings pitched, he boasted a 1.08 ERA. So given the chance, he can be a long reliever. However, Coach Howard has not used him as a long reliever this year. They've kept his innings at a minimum. Maybe time to change that now with how this game's gone. The 1-2 coming home, just fouled back into Beal, and we'll do it again. It's a nice pitch from Collins, spoiled by Clinton. Geez, I am all off today, and I don't really know why. Maybe I've been up since 6, but I don't really blame that because I was up since 6 to get the Greenville game too. So, not one to blame my tiredness on it.
Sorry, I'm going to mark these down on your report card.
That's all right.
Speaking of which, are you done?
I have one exam tomorrow, and I graduate Saturday.
Oh, man.
So I'll be here Wednesday. I'll be here Friday. Well, hopefully as long as you play Friday. And then Monday, hopefully. I'll have to come down from Greenville. The 1-2 off speed's fouled back, and a nice spoil job from Clinton, who just nicked it to stay alive. So whatever these York Cougars have done to shake away the strikeout bug, they're doing it greatly. They are fighting our pitchers tonight, Clinton included. He comes in with 11 strikeouts this year. However, right now, he just keeps fighting against Hank. The 1-2 coming home, the fastball just outside, ball 2. Nice pitch from Collins, but Clinton lays off. So yeah, I have one final tomorrow, and then I'm done. I graduate Saturday morning, 9:30. Awesome. 2-2, that ball hit right back to Collins, who gloves it. He'll toss it over to first and make the second out. Collins has allowed 1 hit in his last 3 batters, but technically retiring them all if you count Paul Choate's line job from right field to home. So there's 2 away here in the 3rd inning. Larson Montgomery will come up. He was the other one of these Cougars who made our lives miserable after 2 failed bunt attempts, put one into left field. Or I think it was right field, excuse me. That pitch is fouled back, and then it'll be 0-1. No, Montgomery put one into center, and it kept tailing towards the right fielder, which would have been an out if it did not keep tailing, but Montgomery put it just where it needed to go and out of the reach of Scott. The 0-1 is hit hard, well, thrown hard, and now it's 1-1 for ball 1. I begin the Blowfish end of the month, May. So if you like hearing me, tune in. The 1-1 is hit high, foul right over our heads. It'll be 1-2. Well, Montgomery.
What do you guys broadcast on? YouTube or radio?
I think it's radio, and there's a link on the page. I'll send it to you. Don't worry. You can tune in.
The cool kids broadcast to radio or to YouTube.
They
So.
do. 1-2 the pitch. Fastball outside. Ball 2. That was a little farther than our field thought it was. Well, the sun is going down on the horizon as it's now behind the buildings and the trees, but it's still a little light as the lights here at Falcon Field come on. It's 2 in, 2 gone, top of the third. York leading it 4-0. Hank Collins, the first reliever out of the pen, coming home. The off-speed inside. Montgomery steps away for ball 3. That's the second pitch. If York would have taken, they would have gone on base, but instead, they both duck out of the way, which I don't blame them, to be fair. I won't want to get hit by a ball from Hank Collins either.
Nah.
But kind of just putting out the stat. It's 3 and 2 here, 2 gone. Collins will come home. The pitch is hit way high and popped. It will go foul over the York dugout. And so we'll have to do it again. Oh, over and hitting the York dugout. That ball got to the apex and came straight down like a rocket. So it's playoff game number 1. The Falcons holding this 2 seed in the region. However, York has put 4 on them so far. Falcons have the ability to come back as we're not even halfway through the game, but need some pitching to continue to be this good. Collins, the 3-2, comes home. That ball is poked foul again. And just like Clinton, Montgomery is making Collins' life miserable. Collins is putting some great pitches along the corners of the zone, but both Clinton and now Montgomery continue to just poke these balls and just barrel the ball up and put it foul. About 6 foul balls between the 2 of them. Full count yet again. Collins comes home. Fastball inside corner, strike 3. Collins. That time Montgomery couldn't catch it, and it's strike 3 looking. Well, 3 up, 3 down. Go the Cougars in the third. The Falcons will have to get some offense rolling. They try to get back into this game going to the bottom of the third. After a nice top half of the frame, we move to the bottom of the third here at Falcon Field. It's playoff game number 1. AC Flora trailing by 4 here against the visiting Cougars, who got in via the at-large from the upstate. They drove the 2 hours here and they have a good showing here in playoff game number 1, including some students who came over. First pitch to Charlie Scott is muscled in the infield right to the catcher, Carroll. He'll get under it and quickly make out number 1. 1 pitch, 1 gone here as Cooper Queen starts his 3rd inning around with a pop-out. Well, Tyler Hernandez, who flew out to the left fielder back in the first inning, he'll step back in.
Tyler Hernandez.
One of the 2 lefties here in the lineup that Queen has to deal with. The other one being not Charlie Scott, Zach Sneed. Well, Hernandez, he's been one of the best players here for AC Flora all season. Now motioning over to the York dugout. I'm not sure what's going on, but we'll call back into play here. Lefty on righty, and 1 gone. Queen comes home, the off-speed kicks some dirt up. It's ball 1. It's 1-0. The pitch now coming home, fastball right down Broadway, strike 1. So Hernandez was known for his walks early in the year. Hasn't been drawing them as much lately, been putting a lot more into play. It's 1-1 here. The pitch comes home. That one inside against the lefty. It's ball 2. Nice eye from Hernandez. That one didn't miss by much. 2-1. The pitch comes home. The inside. Ball 3. And Hernandez is way ahead. As I said, doesn't draw walks, but he is starting maybe to. These Cougars, they allow just over 4 runs per game. see how that works. The 3-1 curveball, low, ball 4. Another pitch that didn't miss by much, and Queen's asking where that one was. They're going to tell him down. Hernandez will jog to first with the team leading 16th
Up
walk.
next for the Birds, number 2, Rince Best.
Well,
That was a pretty good looking pitch.
pretty pitch as well, but it's that one, again, not missing by much here for both sides, and Queen got the short end of the stick there. Well, now the cleanup hitter, Rince Best, will walk into the right-handed box. He walked back in the first, and as I said, coming into this game, Queen does struggle with the walks. That was walk number 4 for him through the first couple of batters. That ball gets away from Carroll. Tyler Hernandez will immediately dig for second. That was low, but it wasn't one that should have gotten by Carroll. Instead, a much-needed run here for AC Flora moves into scoring position. Again, Queen averages about 5 walks per game. For him, he's now on pace to hit that over. Came into this inning with 50 innings pitched, so we'll see how long he continue to go. The 1-0 coming home to Rince is chopped fouled on the left field line. Coach Howlett, like a seasoned vet, doesn't move.
Unshakable.
I mean, he's been doing this for 27 years. I think he's kind of seen everything that's come out his way over at the third base, so he knows or he doesn't know whether it's going to hit him or not.
I think it's the baseball that knows better than to hit him.
It knows to stay away from the legend that is Andy Howlett.
Yeah.
1-1 here. The pitch is low, ball 2. That seems to be where Queen is missing. Queen likes attacking low in the zone, but he's been putting one close to the dirt. About half his pitches. Love to look after the inning is over to see where his strike to ball ratio is. That's probably about even. Runner at second, Queen comes home. The off speed just outside. He gets the righty. It's 3-1. Another pitch that didn't miss by much, Jeff.
A little up.
That was up.
Yeah.
I guess I'll take it. Don't get me wrong. 3-1, 1 gone. First run of the game for AC Flores at second. Come home, Queen. That ball is skied in the center field. It's going to go. Now it's tailing to the right side, and the second baseman Ayers gets under it for out number 2. That ball started like it was going to go right into center field, and then just kept tailing and eventually hit the second baseman for out number 2.
Now batting number 15, Zach Sneed.
Zach Sneed, who softly grounded out to the third baseman to end the first, will now dig in. He's the second of the 2 lefties. The first one reached the board, Tyler Hernandez over at second via the walk. And now on cue, Larson Montgomery will go stand behind Hernandez to make sure he's still there. Queen will looking back, now come home. The lefty swinging strike on. That pitch high and inside, but Sneed couldn't lay off. Falcons on the year, they average around 6 runs per game. Trying to continue that trend here. The inside, caught in the zone. Strike 2. Nice pitch, a fastball from Queen, who's starting to move more and more away from that off speed as it's just not finding its mark here so far this game. It's the bottom of the third, 4-0 lead for the Cougars. Sneed, the lefty, behind 0-2 here with 2 gone. Queen, he'll wind, he'll deal home that pitch, hit the knob of the bat. No, it hit the man, never mind. Zach Sneed will be awarded first. That ball hit the, you heard the ping of the bat, but it must have hit his hand first. So Sneed is aboard with a 2-out hit by pitch.
Up next for the Falcons, number 1, Jack Chetwood.
So it's quickly becoming an interesting part of this Falcon offense. There's now been 2 runners aboard in every game, or every inning. Jack Chetwood trying to be the first one to hit someone home here. Chetwood flew out to the right fielder back in the second inning. He'll come around now for the second time. The righty now looks to drag bump, but it's inside. Ball 1, and Chetwood able to pull it back. So Chetwood has done that before, drag bunt for a base hit. He'd be looking to go to Carson Clinton, that third baseman, who's playing very far back for a third baseman. I guess he's counting on his lefty on the mound to get off and make the play. It's 1-0. Chetwood will lay off the bunt, and that ball hits the dirt. Now a snap throw to second. Stays out of center field as Larson Montgomery gloves it, the shortstop. That was a scary play there for Montgomery. It wasn't much of a lead from Tyler. I mean, you know, it's kind of the typical secondary lead that you get off the base, but for whatever reason, Carroll tried to pick him off there and end the inning. Could have been much worse if Montgomery didn't field it on the hop. Well, the right-handed shortstop ahead, 2-0. Queen will come home now, drag bunt outside, ball 3. It seems the bunt attempt may be getting to Queen. Is now a time called from their head coach. Well, that's the first time we get to talk about him. That's Matthew Deegan. So I'm not exactly sure when he was able to start at York, but Deegan actually started as a JV coach back in everyone's favorite year, 2020. He's now transitioned to the head coach of these York Cougars.
I should play some background music.
I was waiting for you.
For the chicken dance.
So, yeah, that's the first time we're seeing Matthew Deegan. He's from Waccamaw, South Carolina. Played his high school ball down in Olostee, and he actually coached at Emerald High School before coming here to York.
I'm not a baseball coach, but I'd probably take this pitch.
With the way Queen has been throwing this game, I would too. Actually, this makes it a good time to actually go look, since we don't have the live, since the Game Changer is the closest thing we have to live stats, and unfortunately Game Changer's always a couple pitches behind, which is the nature of it, and between how fast Queen's working, I'll have a chance. But so far today, Queen has thrown 34 strikes, meaning legitimately half of his pitches are strikes and half are balls. So it's a 50-50 shot whether he's going to throw one in the zone or not, compared to what he's been doing. The 3-0 from the lefty is inside, ball 4. And the Falcons have not moved the bat, but they've loaded the bases here against the lefty Queen. So a hit by pitch and 2 walks have loaded the bases here for the Falcons here against Cooper Queen. Now it comes to the hottest hitter, Paul Choate.
Pinch runner coming in for Sneed, second.
Yeah, Sneed again, we said battling back from the ACL, so they're trying not to have him run as much as he's used to. Sneed would usually man the left side of that infield.
Courtesy runner at second base for the Falcons, number 5, Scott Graham.
So Scott Graham will actually go pitch run for Zach Sneed now. He was the courtesy runner for Lucas Beal back an inning ago. Well, could be argued this would be the biggest at-bat of his high school career for Paul Choate. Choate didn't start in the lineup many times, however, in his back 2 weeks, he's been in the lineup every day here as he's been hot as all get out. The righty digs in and watches a ball low for ball 1. So it seems like the lefty just can't find it. He's now thrown sticks straight out of the zone, including one that hit Zach Sneed. The 1-0 comes home. It's a fastball right down Broadway, and if you're going to find the zone, you might as well do it in the middle of it. It's now going to go to 1-1. Well, Choate went down looking back in the second. It's a ball that was close to being a ball, but found being a strike. That ball is hit high, but that's going to stay in the infield. The shortstop, Montgomery, will settle under it, and he'll make the play for out number 3. So the Falcons threaten for the 3rd inning in a row, but can't push any runs across. They trail 4-0. We're going to go to the 4th inning. Falcons need some offense and the pitching to stay strong. Welcome back here to Falcon Field. It's the top of the 4th. We're at the halfway mark.
Number 7.
And, well, the other half of this 4 teams in our side are been decided. Lucy Beckham already with the 4-0 win against the Seahawks at Myrtle Beach. So winner plays Lucy Beckham, loser plays Myrtle Beach. Now they're both going to have to look to see the results. So swinging strike 1 is the left-handed Cooper Williams will dig in. Hank Collins went 3 up, 3 down last inning. He stays out for more. That fastball will stay outside against the lefty. It's 1-1 here from the righty. So it may be a good time to talk about pitching rules here as the playoffs will wind on. Collins came into this inning with 20 pitches. He's thrown 2. He uses standard 30 if he wants to be sure to pitch on Wednesday. That next pitch high and away, ball 2. If it's between 31 and 45, he has to have a day rest. Between 46 and I want to say 60 something, that ball's fouled back, and now it's 2 and 2. I want to say 61, if I'm not mistaken. It's a 2-day rest. I can pull it up right here, right now. And yep, so 46 and 60, it's a 2-day rest. 3-day rest is 61 and 75. A 4-day rest is 76 and 90, which would basically put Collins out of commission for the rest of the week. So anything above 75, Collins is done for the week. 2 and 2, the pitch is inside and low. Gets away from Beal with nobody on base. So
when would the third game be? It would be Saturday or?
Friday.
Friday's third game, okay.
Yeah, it's Monday, Wednesday, Friday.
So he needs to stay under 75 to get 7.
Correct.
It's Friday. Okay.
We will be playing here no matter what on Wednesday. It just depends on who we're welcoming in. If it's Myrtle Beach, an elimination game, or Lucy Beckham in a winner's game. That ball softly up the middle, but gets past the glove of Collins for a base knock. And Williams is aboard with a leadoff single here. It's the third time out of 4 innings that these Cougars have had a leadoff base runner, and now Collins with to work out of the stretch for the first time since he came into the game with bases loaded in the second. Well, that brings up Dalton Russell. Russell had an RBI single up the middle back in his first plate appearance. Russell gave them the 1-0 advantage. He shows bunt now as that ball is outside. Snap throw back to first. It's low, but a nice glove from Hernandez keeps that ball from going into right field. Williams is easily able to get back in. Williams does have a stolen base, however, I wouldn't count on him to go too many times. And quick note for Cooper, that is his first hit of the season. He's now 1 for 19 here for York. Well, looks like the third baseman lining the feet on the infield grass, waiting a bunt from Russell. It's 1-0, he shows bunt that one, low and away, ball 2 here against the righty, and Collins doesn't want to give him a pitch to hit. However, the top of the order is on deck, so it'd be wise for Collins to just eat the bunt and see if he can get out of this inning. Looks like there's also some action from Larson Montgomery over in the York bullpen. Keep an eye on that. 2-0, that ball's bunting right to the right side of Collins, so the only play he'll have is at first. He'll flip it over to Hernandez for out number 1, but the sacrifice bunt does its job and moves the 5th run of the game in a scoring position here for the Cougars. So Coleman Harvey, he has reached base not once but twice off an RBI single and a single back in the first. Falcons have had trouble getting him out, and that goes all the way back from really kind of his first time he saw AC Flora. Pitched 2 1/3 innings. He didn't get to the plate, but yet to be recorded an out here against the Falcons. First time he's seeing Collins, though. It's lefty on righty here as the right-handed Collins will come home with it. The first pitch, swinging strike 1, a changeup, fools Harvey. Again, Harvey's committed to Muskingum Baseball, a D3 school in Ohio. I'm hoping I'm saying that right.
It's close enough.
Muskingum, probably.
Aren't your people from Ohio?
It doesn't mean I know how to pronounce their cities and their towns. 0-1 here, 1 gone. The off speed will be lifted into the air, right side. That's trailing towards the out of play, and it will get into the Falcons bullpen. So Harvey will be down 0-2 here against Collins. Maybe Muskingum, but you get the idea either way.
I don't speak Ohioan.
I don't either.
It'd be Muskegum if it was South Carolina.
Yeah, well, unfortunately, Muskegum is not located in the great state of South Carolina, the Palmetto State, if you will. It's 0-2, 1 gone. Top of the 4th. York leading 4-0 after a 4-run second inning. Falcons looking to keep it there. 0-2, the pitch is lifted over the head of Ropowensky at short, and that will be a base hit in the left field. They're going to hold a stop sign on him, and that throw, even though it was a line almost to the home plate from Rentz, is now cut off by Rohan Bremer, who stayed in the game at third. But his third hit of the game for Harvey, this time in the left field, puts runners at the corners here with 1 down. They just can't seem to get Harvey out, and he continues to rake here against the Falcons. Well, the Cougars can kind of blow this game open right here if Trey Dover can put one in, put a liner into this one. Dover is 0 for 2, though. He has a long flyout and a strikeout swinging. So his first time against Collins, and one of the last batters that has not seen Hank so far today. Righty on righty. Sun's fully setting here as the lights illuminating the diamond. Throw back to first. Harvey will get back in safely. Harvey's been subject to a lot of pickoffs over there. He's actually been picked off one time this game back in the first inning by Tyler Hernandez, who is actually now holding him over at first. Funny how the word turns around. First pitch here to Dover is fouled hard down the right field line, but it will go way foul. Dover put a good swing on that one, but couldn't keep it fair. It looked like he was a little late on that pitch. And Larson Montgomery still open in that bullpen, so he may be coming in for York here to start the last 4 innings here for the Cougars. Harvey goes. That pitch low and away. Beal does not throw. He fakes it, actually. And now Harvey stops in the middle, trying to bait a throw. He'll jog over to second. So a stolen base for Harvey, and 2 runs are now in scoring position. There is a place to put Dover as it's a 1-1 count. However, a hit would most likely score Harvey from second. Falcons are staying back infield, yet to be moved in. It's 1 and 1 here, 1 out. That fastball in the other batter's box. So we'll go to 2 and 1. Now, as on cue, maybe Coach Howell heard me, the infield does move in, so everyone's on the grass. They're going to try to have to come home with any grounder. However, York hasn't put many on the ground today, and if they have, they put them right where they needed to be. A long wait here as Collins will step off the rubber, meaning Dover will step out of the box. Hank's working into his like 2 2/3 innings of work here. It's around where his limit has been all season here for the Falcons. The 2 and 1 fastball catches the outside part of the zone. Strike 2 looking. Nice pitch from Collins, who hit when it mattered most. Another quick note here is going to be very important. There's no one up in that Falcons bullpen, meaning the next pitcher will come from the outfield or not at all. Count even at 2 and 2. Collins, he'll wind, he'll deal home. That ball's poked right side, base hit right past Roper. Feels like they put that ball past the second baseman every time. And they are finding the holes. It's now a 5-0 lead for the Cougars. What can go right will go right for York. They have blooped and they have grounded right in that right side hole, and everyone works. So runners at the corners yet again, and it's now a 5-0 lead for York. Well, now the 3-hole, Lucas Carroll will step in. Lucas has reached both times via the walk, but the second time he reached actually walked in a run. Falcons now will stay back. Gonna play at double play, trying to get out of the inning yet again, but you start feeling a sense of trouble here at Falcon Field. 1 gone, top of the 4th. Carroll, the right-handed catcher, digs in. The first pitch is lined foul over the Falcons' dugout. Well, nonetheless, it's a beautiful day here for baseball in the Midlands. It's now gotten below 80 as the game started just above 80 in the low. But a beautiful day for baseball as the summer, well, starting to be the summer sun is gone fully behind the horizon. 0-1, and Collins will pick off Dover at first. Dover is not known for his speed. He's been picked off and thrown out twice. So 0-1, 1 gone. Collins, he'll come home. That pitch in the left-hand batter's box for ball 1. Nice eye from Falls. If you're not here in the bullpen working, that's because Montgomery is actually due up in a couple at batters, and they brought him back in. Maybe hoping to add on a couple more here. Maybe save one of their better relievers. If you're a Falcon fan, you just want to see Queen out of the game. That's my opinion. 1-1, that's all softly hit to the shortstop, Chetwood. He'll play it back, on to second for 1, over to first, not in time. Drop ball anyway from Hernandez. So a fielder's choice RBI for Carroll, and it's a 6-run lead here for the Cougars.
Running at first base, number 12, Henry Folk.
Just kind of unfortunate for AC Flora. That was what they needed. However, it was a very slow hit that died in the infield grass. It would have had to been a charging attempt from Chetwood that would have taken the second play at the bag out of the equation. So just a couple unfortunate balls that have gone the way of the Cougars here this inning. And now Coach Hallett coming in, and that may be all for Collins as he points to the outfield.
Is he
Right now
getting rents?
no.
What's he doing? Oh, no, he's coming in to argue the call.
I'm assuming he's going to try to argue interference, but
Maybe.
I'm not sure.
Put some background music on.
I wasn't really paying attention to the base runner. My job is more to pay attention to the runner going the ball in action. So
Yeah, I didn't notice anything, but
I didn't either. Again, I don't think we were giving a too keen eye over there, but it wasn't anything that caught our eyes.
it sort of looked like his motion was saying like he slid not toward the bag,
I guess what
and it's really just from that the Flora dugout you'd be able to see something like that.
Well, I mean, I don't know if you've been watching baseball, Jeff, but there's been a couple of questionable interference calls that have been called. Aaron Judge.
This is hand to God.
I mean, he just put that to the sky and knocked it down, and they didn't call interference. Oh, whatever. It's 2 away now. Guy at first. Hank Collins stays in the game. First pitch fastball is low and away against the right-handed Colby Falls.
You sound like a Mets fan disparaging Aaron Judge.
Just a baseball fan, I feel like.
I know, his was messed up. His hand was through.
Yeah, I'm not saying I'm a Mets fan in that sense. That's just a bad call. 1-0 here now against Falls. That's righty on righty. Collins trying to keep the damage at a minimum. He's given up 2 runs this inning. The 1-0 comes home. Swinging strike one. Nice pitch from Collins. The off-speed fooling Falls.
Yeah, it's all a compilation of his slides, and apparently he has his hand positioned like that, but it still shouldn't be up that high.
I mean, it's one of those things where he technically has it, so it's technically his motion, but it's almost like James Harden putting his leg out. It's like, it's a motion, but it's still a foul. You can't do it. It's 1-1 now. Collins will dig home. That ball outside. Ball 2. Again, there's no one in the Falcon bullpen, meaning if anyone's coming in for the Falcons pitching-wise, they're in the field of play right now. Hank has also gotten up in pitch count. I assume he's over 40, right, Jeff?
Yes, 43.
Yeah, so it's a very dangerous kind of place you're putting Collins here. 2-1. That ball, did he go? Yeah, he did. It was in the dirt. A check swing from Falls makes it 2-2 here with 2 outs. Falcons trying to get out of the 4th. 2 runs have come across already for the Cougars. Trying to keep it there. The runner at first, Henry Folk, the courtesy runner for the catcher, Carroll. Collins, he'll come set. He'll wind, he'll deal home. The Falk will run, but that ball is carded foul, and we'll do it all again. Well, Hank was actually the most experienced pitcher coming into this AC Flora team. He pitched 12 innings last year. If that tells you anything from the York side, meaning all the Falcon starters from last year were all exhausted, which means even more impressive what they were able to do this year pitching-wise with Sparky, Tyler, and Sam all donning the bump. Well, we'll do the 2-2 again. Collins comes home. That pitch right down Broadway, strike 3. Falls just watched it go by. And Collins has strikeout number 3. However, the damage may have been done. It's a 6-0 lead here for the York Cougars. We'll be back here as we're halfway through, going to the bottom of the 4th. Welcome back here to AC Flora High School. It's Falcon Field for this game 1 of the playoffs. It's 8-9-1 due up here for AC Flora as we're set to begin the 4th.
Hosting pitcher.
Yeah, Cooper Queen, you know, I'm assuming they are going to put him one more inning, even though Montgomery was warming up in the bullpen most of that inning. It's righty on lefty as Lafitte watches strike 1, catch the inside part of the zone, and we're underway in the bottom of the 4th. Well, the Falcons have now left 7 base runners stranded on the base pass. They trail by 6. The curveball catches doesn't catch the inside part of the zone, so it's ball 1. Another nice pitch from Cooper Queen that just didn't catch the zone, and it's an off-speed pitch nonetheless. The lefty, Wise, deals home. The fastball right down the middle, swinging strike 2, foul tipped into the glove of Carroll. Lafitte, he reached on a walk back in the 2nd. He's one of those 7 base runners who's been left stranded. It's now 1-2 here. Queen throws one above the eyes of Lafitte. We'll even the count at 2s. So Lafitte actually back into the game after Rohan Bremer came in mid-at-bat last time, and he fouls one back, spoiling a nice fastball from Queen, so we'll keep the count at 2s. Rohan Bremer actually stayed in the game at 3rd, but Coach Howell went out, put Monty Lafitte back in, so thankfully Lafitte's all right. It's a 2-2 count here. Comes home, that ball chopped right back to Queen. He'll step off the mound, he'll fire to first for out number 1. So the catcher, Lucas Beal, will now get his next cracks at Queen. He was another walk man who was
Now batting for the Birds, number 30, Lucas Beal.
On deck is Roper Wensky. Lucas, though, he'll try to get on base for him. That ball catches the outside part of the zone, low in the zone for strike 1 nonetheless. Queen's throwing heat now as he's late, starting again. Keeps backing off the off-speed. Fastball, that one's overthrown, though. It's going to go in the other batter's box for ball 1. So, as I said earlier in the game, I'll reiterate it. Queen only goes around 4 to 5 innings, so we'll see how long the Cougars push him. That ball's hard hitting the left field, but right at the left fielder falls. He'll make the play for out number 2. Another ball that the Falcons hit that's hard, but it's right at an outfielder. Can't find the gap, and there's 2 away.
Up next for the Falcons, number 7, Roper Wensky.
Well, Roper Wensky, who's 1 for 2 this evening. He popped out to end the 2nd, back at the second baseman, but he also had a leadoff single here, which has become the only run of the Falcon game. The first pitch, the off-speed, that one catches the zone. Nice pitch from Queen. It's low in the zone for strike 1. 0-1, 2 gone. The pitch, swinging strike 2. That one fooled Wensky. Is a beautiful curveball. It was a backdoor curveball, if you know what that means, meaning it broke on the back foot of Roper, basically meaning he had no chance to hit it. 0-2, that fastball's fouled back, and Roper stays alive. Well, as Jeff and I were talking, with a loss here, the Falcons would host pretty much anyone here in the region except North Myrtle Beach, and if we got to that championship game. The 2-0 curveball is taken into left center field. Balls will run on, and it will drop right in front of the left fielder for a base hit. Roper has 2 of the 2 Falcons hits this evening, and there's a 2-out base runner yet again.
Now batting for the Falcons, number 18, Charlie Scott.
Well, Charlie Scott is 0 for 2. He fouled out the catcher back in the 3rd and struck out looking in the 1st.
2 out of 2 is 100% of the hits.
Correct.
Okay.
As I said, 2 out of 2 hits.
Yeah, I just want to confirm.
Yeah. 100% of the hits. He's doing well. Next pitch to Charlie. That ball is lifted at a nice launch angle, but it's going to go way foul. It's a launch angle you want to put one out, but flied the wrong way. Well, Charlie's been one of the most consistent hitters here for AC Flora. Maybe having one of his best games against Ridgeview last time, 2 for 3 with 3 RBIs. And what he's doing this year is impressive. He came up and hit 188 off the JV team last year, and now he's hitting 329 coming into the day. He's behind 0-1 against the lefty who comes home. The off-speed is low and away. It's ball 1. On deck, if it gets that far, it's Tyler Hernandez. The Falcons trying to get the heart of the order up with some people on base. It's 1-1 here. Comes home Queen. The off-speed must have missed a little high for ball 2. Well, the Falcons have yet to really break through Queen. Not a better time to do it than right here. It's 2-1. Queen comes home. That fastball inside brushes Scott off the dish. And now Queen falls behind 3-1, in danger of walking his 6th batter of the evening. Charlie has 12 RBIs this year. He's ahead 3-1 with 2 gone. He just wants to put one in a gap. And that one's low and inside. He wants the chance to do it. And for the now the 4th straight inning, the Falcons will at least have a man at first and second here.
Now batting number 21, Tyler Hernandez.
All with 2 outs, I guess, would also ring true. That's the 6th batter Cooper Queen has walked. Fastball just didn't catch the zone at all. And now the left-handed Tyler Hernandez will dig in. Tyler was one of those 6 walk victims. Well, I won't say victims. I don't know how you say it. Like, he was one of the people that drew a walk, I guess. He also flew out to the left fielder back in the 1st. So he's 0 for 1 here this evening. He has a man on first and second with 2 down. Queen comes home. It's lefty on lefty. It's the curveball right down Broadway. Strike 1. Queen finally locates that off-speed pitch. And he's ahead of Hernandez.
I kind of like walk victim.
Walk was nice.
It's more like a walk acquirer.
Walk acquirer. I feel like walk acquirer is weird to say, though.
Kind of hard to say, yeah.
Yeah. Let's lefty on lefty here. Queen comes home. The off-speed. That one stays up around the letters for ball 1.
Germans would probably have a really good name for that.
Yeah, Germans have a good name for a lot of things, I think.
Yeah. Yeah, Treffenapola.
No hablo German. 1-1 coming on from Queen. That ball bounces into the glove of Carroll. It's now 2-1. That ball was very close to getting to the backstop, too. Carroll's in a slide piece to get in front. The very dangerous hitters on deck for AC Flora. It's Rent's Best. He's looking to continue his team lead of 15 RBIs, but for that to happen, Tyler Hernandez will either get a hit or get on base via the walker hit by pitch, or air, technically. We take an air at this point. Falcons have had 2 this evening. It's 2-1 coming home. That one low and inside, and Hernandez is ahead 3-1. And now Cooper Queen, again, is in danger of walking another Falcon hitter. Cooper has walked 6 Falcons this far tonight. However, they have yet to score a run. Maybe right here. 3-1 coming home. That pitch right down. Ball. No, a little low. Wow.
Ooh.
Didn't miss by much, I guess. Looked to be maybe just low at Hernandez's belt, but his 2nd walk of the night will load the bases for the 2nd straight inning here for AC Flora. Well, if there's a time the senior leadership could come in handy, it's Rent's Best. The most experienced Falcon in the lineup. Will step into the right-handed batter's box with the bases loaded and 2 outs. Rentz is the only player on this team that saw the 2021 state championship in person. He didn't play much, but he was still on the team, and he's now become an everyday starter here. What another interesting note is Evan Smith. I'm not sure if he's injured or not, but quick shout out to him since I haven't got to call his name. We didn't realize it, but right before the game, he actually made a commitment last game against Greenville.
Oh, wait, yeah, I did see.
Yeah, Spartanburg Methodist Community College. So congrats on Evan Smith for the commitment. I want to give a quick shout because he's not in the lineup this evening, but he is the Falcon that is going to play college ball as of now. Well, it's righty on lefty here. Falcons at the base juice. The first pitch bounces into Carroll, and that ball gets away, but not far enough for Roper to break home. Would have taken an expert read from Wensky over at 3rd. But a nice job from Carroll to keep that enough in front of him to keep the first Falcons run at 3rd. Well, out of his last 9 pitches, only 2 of them have been a strike. Cooper Queen has now walked 7 Falcons.
They're like 96 now.
Working over, almost triple digits. 1-0, the pitch, right down the middle, it's fouled back. I would assume the Cougars are just trying to get Queen through this inning. However, for all the people who are joining me from the county of York, it means he's probably done for the rest of the week. Or he's surely done for the rest of the week. 1-1 coming home. That ball hard hit in the left field, but right at falls. He'll settle under it and make the play for out number 3. Well, for the 4th straight inning, the Falcons leave runners stranded. That's 10 runners left on base for AC Flora. And that's why they trail 6-0 in this game. But we have 3 innings left to go, so anything is possible here at Falcon Field. Don't go anywhere.
Leading off for the Cougars, number 10, Cooper Queen.
Well, in for the Falcons, it's Rentz Best. Rentz coming in from left field, and now a shift for Cooper Queen, the left-hander. So the Falcons will relieve Hank Collins, who finishes his day with 2 1/3 innings pitched. Gave up 2 earned runs off of 3 hits and struck out 3. It's not the outing Collins wanted, but Falcons still reachable in this game, but the mountain becomes farther and farther. And a tougher and tougher climb. Matt Scott will be the man who digs into the left field as Rentz Best comes into pitch. Hank Collins will exit the game. The right-hander comes home. It's off speed and high and outside against the lefty. It's 1-0 here. So I would assume Hank Collins will now be good for that Friday game, assuming we make it. I don't know about the Wednesday. He probably should be, I think, with the pitch count. What did he? I can actually look at it. I have Game Changer up right here. So why would I not look, Alex?
Yeah,
He pitched 46 pitches. We pitched right into that upper echelon, that next bracket. He'll need 2 rest days. Oh, that one hits the backstop for Rentz. It's now 2-0. So meaning he'll be ruled out for Wednesday, but he can still pitch on Friday. Well, Rentz did come in cold, barring I missed him warming up between innings. So we'll see how he can survive. It's a 2-0 count here as Queen will lift that foul down the left field side, and well, Rentz has his first strike of his outing. So York again winning 4 of their last 5 to fight into this playoff spot, and they're looking sharp as ever. 2-1 misses outside against the lefty. It's now 3-1. York has caught fire here at the right time, as we said earlier in the broadcast when we talked about Flora, kind of ironically. She takes getting hot to make a run, and York is starting to do that. The 3-1 inside, a 5-pitch walk to Cooper Queen, and the leadoff man is aboard for 4 out of 5 innings this game.
Up next, number 11, Carson Clinton.
Well, Carson Clinton, he'll dig in. He's 1 for 2 this evening. He grounded out Hank Collins back in the 3rd, and he singled off of Tyler Hernandez in the 2nd. Clinton came around with the 2nd Cougar run here of this game. It's righty on righty here. Rentz will get his first right-handed batter, and he shows bunt. He chomps that one foul, and we'll have to do the 0-1. Seems like York has not been able to get many bunts down. There's only 1 sacrifice bunt in this game after, I think, 7 attempts. Dalton Russell holds that honor, and he actually did his job, moved what would be the 5th run of the game for the Cougars in the scoring position. On cue, Monty Lafitte will step in on the infield grass. It's 0-1. Showing bunt again is Clinton. That ball is outside. He gets away from Lucas Beal, so the fake bunt will move a runner into scoring position here for the Cougars. Queen will jog over to 2nd. And on cue, here comes Roper Wensky and Tyler Hernandez coming to talk to their pitcher. And the senior at the dish is much more for his plate appearances, but Rentz is making his 7th appearance of the season. He has a 1-1 record against competition this year. He has 7 earned runs over 9 innings pitched. And he's just surrendered his 12th walk of the year compared to his 10 strikeouts. Now a bunt again. That ball is bunted foul yet again. And York just cannot seem to put many bunts into play. Becomes a 1-2 count now, and we may have to see Clinton swing the bat here. But don't get excited, Falcon fans, because for whatever reason, even after the 2 bunts, they seem to love to put the ball in the outfield after that. They have just blooped one over our second baseman, Roper Wensky, and our shortstop, Jack Chetwood, multiple times. The 1-2, that ball is now chopped foul. Hit into home plate, and now it's 1-2 again, so Rentz will have to wait for his first out. Runner on second, 1-2, top of the 5th inning. It's a 6-0 lead for the Cougars, looking to extend it. The 1-2 into the dirt, but a nice stop from Lucas Beal. Keeps an insurance run, and Cooper Queen over at 2nd. It'll be 2-2 the count, though. Clinton has 11 strikeouts this season, only 1 walk. He has now another hit for his year, and is trying for another one. That would be an RBI. It's 2-2. Rentz comes home. That pitch is fouled back over us, and we'll do it again. Feels like York is just having quality at-bats against every person, every pitch they see. There's not many low pitch at-bats here that these Cougars are having. They are just fouling things off and being very pesky at the dish. It's working though. I mean, give them credit. 8 hits this game and 6 runs. They're looking to make a statement here in the lower state half of this playoffs. Chetwood tries to look back. Queen. Now that ball will get away from Beal yet again. And Queen will walk pretty much over to third. And we'll bring a full count. So 2 wild pitches has moved the 7th run of the game here for the Cougars 90 feet away. And the infield will come in here for AC Flora. Just an uncharacteristic game from the Falcons here today. They have beat teams like Lugoff, Elgin, and Greenville, but tonight's not going their way so far. The full count is low, no offer from Clinton, who was able to lay off the off-speed in the dirt. It's ball 4, and back-to-back walks for the Cougars has put runners at the corners here with nobody gone. Again, another uncharacteristic walk here for the Cougars. That's their 2nd walk for Clinton. However, they've been drawing walks very more frequently than they have been. 27 walks in the past 5 games here for the Cougars. And
Look,
switcher.
feet?
Yeah,
Gonna warm up.
I mean, he's at least going to first, if nothing else. Well, yep, Rentz is going to be done for the day. He chucks his glove and gets another one, so going to be another pitching change here for AC Flora. Will be the Falcons' 4th pitcher.
Play some background music, I'll go.
We may, unless Jeff wants to stay and talk for some pitching change, we can. Oh.
Yes. Well,
Yeah.
put background music on.
Go for it.
Okay, so Monty coming in.
Yep.
All right.
And Jeff, maybe one of Jeff's favorite pitchers.
Heck yeah.
Jeff loves some Monty Lafitte.
New pitcher for the Falcons, number 32, Monty Lafitte.
You still alive, Jeff? Should I talk about Monty Lafitte?
Yeah, why not? Go for it.
Didn't know if I should start talking about him now or.
Yeah, well, I was thinking of muting, but yeah, now go for it.
Oh, good. Well, Monty Lafitte is now making his 3rd appearance here for AC Flora. He's pitched mostly on the Saturday games, the non-region games. Both times he pitched 4 innings of work, gave up 7 hits and 3 earned runs of those 4 innings of work. Monty has one of the best pitches in the Falcon pitching arsenal with a knuckleball.
Yeah. All right, yeah, we'll be right back.
Now batting number 19, Larson.
Well, Monty Lafitte will come in here in the top of the 5th. He'll inherit runners at 1st and 3rd. Rentz Best unable to record an out, and he'll go back into left field. Monty Lafitte will come in and play 3rd, meaning Joe Ray, the freshman, is over at 3rd now. Well, it's ready on ready here as Larson Montgomery will dig in. He hits one high. That one's going to be shallow outfield. The right fielder coming along, run, it's Paul Choate, but second baseman Roper Wensky will call him off. And that's how the first out will come.
Did they not infield fly that?
No, I think it was in the outfield, so I don't think
Yeah, but it's close enough to be umpire discretion.
Well, either way, whatever works. So there's now 1 pitch or 1 out here as the Falcons now have a path out of this inning.
Oh, there's nobody on second. Never mind.
No. That's why I was kind of confused. I mean, I was like,
Yeah,
okay.
I thought we had bases loaded.
No, you're good.
Just
you're good.
used to it.
So the 8-hole Cooper Williams will come in, who grabbed his first hit of the season in his last at-bat. The lefty leans through 1 strike. However, a steal on base now from Clinton. I wasn't prepared for him to steal, but smart steal there from Clinton. Moves the runners into scoring position now. Well, Monty Lafitte will need to have what would be his best outing of his high school career if he wants to get out of this jam. The 0-1 coming home. The off speed just missed outside. Was that a knuckleball, Jeff?
I think so. It was a good pitch.
Also, the
Just stayed out.
The Falcon infield is in. I don't mean to interrupt you, Jeff. Just to note, so a big, massively, like Clinton is a third of the way down the line from second. That is something to know. If the ball gets to the outfield, they're probably going to score 2. 1-1 the pitch. That ball's fouled straight back at Jeff Rose.
I didn't flinch, so.
Hey, if everyone at home owes me $1 if you did, though. Right? No?
Nah, I waited until after, and I was like, boom.
Well, Cooper came around to score the 5th run of this York game so far. They lead 6-0 here in the top of the 5th off of 8 hits into overs from AC Flora. The fastball stays up around the letters, and now it's 2-2 here.
I guess people could actually see me if I was flinching.
Could they? Oh, I guess they can.
Yeah.
I forget there's a.
I'm back there.
Oh, you're right.
I
They're
got
not
the
looking at the
outfield
camera.
camera.
So there's no flinching. There's no flinching for them. Never mind. I forgot there's an outfield camera.
No, there is.
That's what I'm saying. I forgot there was.
Yeah. Okay.
2-2 coming home. That one is looped over to the third baseman. Joe Ray makes the play in foul territory for out number 2. And Monty Lafitte has come in and gotten 2 outs off some bloop hits. And there's 2 gone in the top of the 5th, and a path definitely opens up for Monty.
He throws the kind of stuff that causes that stuff to happen.
He does. It's soft contact or very hard contact. Almost no in between. Monty is not very strikeout heavy. He only has 2 over 8 innings. He doesn't walk a lot either. He only has 3. Well, Dalton Russell, who is 1 for 1 with a single and a sacrifice bunt, will step in. Swinging strike 1. Blew a fastball by him up in the zone. And the right-handed Russell stays in the box, ready for pitch number 2. As a right-hander on the mound. As his looks to be his light brown glove at his chest. He'll now come set. He'll come home. The pitch. That one looped right to the first baseman. Over the head in the right field. They'll get by Joe. That will be 2 runs coming home for York, and it will go all the way to the wall. Russell, he's around third, digging hard. They're going to hold on at third, but an RBI single and an error turns into a triple for Russell. I don't mean to be the bearer of bad news, but the winning run, or the run-ruling run, will now come to the plate for the Cougars. Well, it would have been an RBI single nonetheless, but the error from Choate in right field will move Russell to third. Lafitte, who was 1 pitch away from getting out of the inning, a bloop single contact from Russell that just got over the reach of Hernandez, has put 8 runs across for York in this game. Well, Monty Lafitte now will deal to the left-handed Harvey, who watches one go by low in the zone for strike 1. And if you're asking how to get Harvey out, beats me. He's 3 for 3, all with singles, and he has an RBI to boot. He's behind 0-1, a righty on lefty here in the 5th inning rolls along. Lafitte, hard one over to right at the first baseman, Hernandez, who, as long as he beats him out, yes he does. Hernandez wins the foot race to the bag, and Harvey is retired for the first time, but not before the Cougars put 2 more across. They lead it 8-0 here. The Falcons will need a vigorous comeback, have to pretty much start right now here at Falcon Field.
All right, here we go. Lead things off, Zach Sneed.
Leading off for the Falcons, number 15, Zach
I just introduced
Sneed.
Zach Sneed.
How quickly did this guy warm up?
Uh,
How quickly did this guy warm up?
I don't know, about as quick as the previous pitcher was pitching.
Well, Colby Falls, he'll take over the mound for Cooper Queen, who, despite his line, ends with a big 0 in the earned run category. He pitched 4 innings, gave up 2 hits, 2 strikeouts, and walked 7 people. Falls, who is the best reliever here for the Cougars, throws an off-speed first pitch strike here to Zach Sneed, and we're underway in the bottom of the 5th. 0-1 coming home. That ball's lined right to Coach Allen, who that time had to move out of the way. It's now 0-2.
New pitcher for the Cougars,
Well, Falls,
number 2, Colby Falls.
you're hoping to get any easier here. It's not. Colby Falls is making his 11th appearance of the season with a 1.14 ERA over 18 and a third innings pitched. The 0-2 to Sneed, caught looking inside. Strike 3. That was a borderline pitch that has been called a ball tonight, but umpire rings up Sneed. So it's 3 pitches, 1 strikeout for
Next for the
Falls.
Falcons, number 1, Jack Chetwood.
Well, now Jack Chetwood will come up. Chetwood reached off of a walk in the 3rd. Is there like static in the air for you?
It's dishwashing or something in the canteen.
Oh, got it. I was wondering what that noise was. I was like, what's going on with my headset? Well, 1-0, Chetwood watches the first ball from Falls go by. Now that one chopped right up the middle, going to be a Tarf play. The shortstop coming over. That's Montgomery after a long throw. That ball is not in time. An infield single from Chetwood.
It took a long time to call that.
Yeah, I don't know why, but we'll take it. Hit number 3 for AC Flora comes off the back of Jack Chetwood. AC Flora has their 11th base runner of the game aboard.
Number 16, Paul Choate.
Well, Paul Choate is 0 for 2 with a strikeout and a pop-out. Falcons are trailing by 8 here as they have given up 8 runs without scoring one of their own. So going to need some vigorous offense right here, right now. First pitch to the righty, right down Broadway. Maybe a touch outside for strike 1. Falls, his last appearance against Clover, went an inning and a third, 1 hit, no earned runs, and 3 strikeouts. He's on fire, though. 0-1, the off-speed is low against the right-hander. It's now ball 1. It's also a different look now for the Falcons, who are going from lefty to righty. Falls is our right-handed pitcher. He's one of the best pitchers in the 2026 class. That's that sophomore class. That ball in the dirt. Now he's going to try to run. Chetwood on his way to second. That throw is perfect, and he's saved. Chetwood slides under. That was close. A great throw from Carroll and a good tag from Montgomery. Almost got Chetwood, but Jack able to swipe another bag on his season. That is stolen base number 9 for Jack, who now has a run in scoring position. That was a great throw from Carroll. I mean, tip your hat. Chetwood just got enough of a read to beat that one out. We'll return to the plate. It's a 2-1 count here with 1 gone to the bottom of the 5th. There's now the first run of the game for AC Flora standing on second. We'll see if Paul Choate continue being hot, get his 6th RBI of the year, and hit him home. It's 2-1. He now shows bunt. That pulls it back. It's on the outside edge for strike 2. I feel like umpires are a little widening the zone now. We'll see if the Falcons can react accordingly. A right-hander. Come from the stretch. The pitch is bounced in, 2-2. Now it'll be 3-2. So a full count coming up with 1 out. Falls doesn't walk many. He walks under 1 person every 2 innings. Pretty impressive. Only has 8 walks in over 18 innings of work. Full count coming home. The off-speed chopped up the middle. Now Montgomery has a better play on it. He'll step back and throw a dart to first. That's an out. That may have been harder than any ball Queen threw on the mound tonight, and that's out number 2. I mean, goodness gracious, Montgomery.
Yeah, that was a bullet.
Uncorked one.
Next for the Falcons, number 32,
See pitch?
Monty Lafitte.
Huh? Yes, he does. He was actually warming up before Falls.
Okay.
Wow. I mean, well, we'll see now if Monty Lafitte can come back in and try to get one on. He is 0 for 1, or with a ground out. He watches a fastball miss outside in the left-handed batter's box for ball 1. So also Cooper Queen is in left field for Colby Falls, who comes to the mound. That ball was hit high in the air in right center field. Cooper Williams, the center fielder, going over now. Russell, the right fielder, will call him off and make the play in right center for out 3. So the Falcons lead base runner number 11, this time stranded at third. They're chasing 8, and they need some offense here. We're going to go to the 6th inning. York leads it.
All right.
Welcome back here to Falcon Field. Monty Lafitte returning for some more fun on the mound. He had a 2-run RBI single that were charged to Rentz, actually, not Monty. He'll throw one high and away, ball 1. He gets 2, 3, and 4 here as the 6th inning begins. It's Trey Dover who watches one high and away, ball 1. It's righty on righty here as it's a black sky now as the sun is fully set here in the Midlands. The off speed in there for strike 1, the inside corner. Dover watches that one hit the knees. A beautiful pitch from Lafitte, and now it's a 1-1 count here. So how the Falcons would work, barring a 8-run last 2 innings. The 1-1 is hit right at the Falcon dugout. Thank goodness no one was hurt. That was a rifled shot. But again, barring a vigorous comeback, a late rally here from AC Flora. We'll be playing at home on Wednesday against Myrtle Beach. And then we will probably be playing home against most likely one of Bluffton or Irmo. The 1-2 is high for ball 2. And it'll be a 2-2 count. So those are the most likely probabilities. I'm not sure exactly because it just depends on, I'm going by technically seeds. So it'd be the loser of North Myrtle Beach in Bluffton, and then Irmo, and there's one other team I can't remember that's up there. But you know what, you get the idea, just projection-wise. I have to probably look and see what's going on. But that's what the road up ahead looks for AC Flora. York went off to travel to Lucy Beckham on Wednesday, barring in a collapse. But a lot of baseball left, I guess. 3-2's fouled back, and we'll do it again. There is some baseball left to go, so no one's technically out of the count yet, but it's what's looking the most likely here. Well, it's a full count here from Lafitte. And Irmo did lose to May River in the first round, so no shocker there. 3-2 coming home. The off speed is low for ball 4 after a great at-bat between Dover and Lafitte. Dover draws the walk. And for the 5th inning of this game, the leadoff base runners aboard for the Cougars. So, yeah, North Myrtle also did win. They won 3-2 against Bluffton. Closer game than they wanted to. So it'll be North Myrtle and May River in the other half. That ball's grounded over to short. This could be 2. Chetwood plays it back to toss to second for 1, but Roper loses the ball in his hand, so he can't make the throw to first. It is an out on a fielder's choice, and there's 1 gone. All right, as I said, this could be 2.
Now batting number
It's
2,
not.
Colby Falls.
But a ground out nonetheless will work for AC Flora.
Cougars. Number 12, Henry Folk.
So Henry Folk will go courtesy run again for the catcher Lucas Carroll, and Colby Falls, the new pitcher here for the Cougars, will step into the right-handed batter's box, and he'll get his first cracks at Monty Lafitte. So far this game, Falls is 1 for 3. He has 2 strikeouts with a single into right. Runner on first is Folk. He doesn't go. The first pitch to the righty, right down Broadway. Strike 1. That was belt high. And Falls just watched it go by. Over at first is Folk. He does not have a stolen base attempt, but I have to imagine he's one of the smarter base runners here for the Cougars. 0-1 coming in. The fastball's outside. It's now ball 1. So Monty's last appearance was against Dreer. Pitched 4 innings, 1 earned run against the Blue Devils. That was over now 2 weeks ago here for Lafitte. 20-1 here, the off-speed inside, caught looking, strike 2 against Falls. Nice pitch from Monty Lafitte. Lafitte, he shines in those earlier innings of like the 4. He's pitched 4 innings both times. He had a good first half, but it's been the second half when they try to stretch him a little farther is when he kind of starts giving up some runs, which I don't blame Lafitte. He's not one of those longer guys you're expecting him to go 4 innings. The 1-2 hard hit in the center field, and that will rapidly drop for a base hit. It's on a rope and just continued to drop quickly. But a 1-out single for Falls, his second hit of the game. Puts runners at first and second here with 1 out.
Now batting number 2, Colby Falls.
Oh, I will hate
Number
another.
10, Cooper Queen.
I will hate to say this, that run ruling run. We obviously get our chance in the bottom half of the inning, but the run ruling run is at first in the form of Colby Falls. Now Cooper Queen, the starting pitcher here, who's in line for the win for York, steps up. The lefty watches a knuckleball and actually foul tips it into the zone for strike 1. That pitch has fooled pretty much every other batter. Oh, excuse me, I'm getting tired, I guess. If you're a batter, it's faced today. However, Queen was able to stay on it, showing you why he's a Coker commit. Cooper's been solid. He's drawn a walk. He's reached on there, and he struck out tonight. But he's come around and scored 2 of the 8 runs. The 0-1 pitch being strike 2. A nice off-speed changeup. Makes Queen fall behind, and he can't catch up to it. He looks like he was fooled. On deck against that far, it's Carson Clinton. Right now it's an 0-2 count. 1 gone. The pitch coming home. That one's high. Got looking, strike 3. High inside corner. And Queen goes down looking for the second time this evening. There's 2 away. That's the first strikeout credited to Monty Lafitte. He's now allowed 2 hits, 1 strikeout, and a walk. He's not out of trouble yet, though, as Carson Clinton will come up. Carson's 1 for 2 with a single, a ground out, and a walk. He's also come around and scored 2 of the 8 runs. It's righty on righty yet again. Lafitte will come home. That knuckleball stays inside for ball 1. It's a beautiful pitch to watch. And the umpire is kind of giving him that side of the plate. However, that was just creeped a little too far in against Clinton. Long wait here between pitches. Lafitte will now come and set. He'll kick, he'll deal home. That pitch lined into left field, but right at the left fielder, Rents best for out number 3. Well, Falcon fans, that may look familiar. A hard hit right at the left fielder, and the side is retired. Monty Lafitte leaves 2 stranded, and the Falcons will come up trailing by 8 in the bottom of the 6th. Welcome back here to AC Flora High School. It's Falcon Field as the game starts winding down, and a new hitter here for AC Flora. Pitch hitting for Lucas Beal is Colby Ridgel, who watches a strike go right down Broadway. Well, Colby has no easy feat here, as he's going to have to go at it against a very good pitcher, Falls, who looked great in that first inning of work. Only one hit allowed. That pitch outside edge, strike two against the righty who watches it. And Ridgel's behind 0-2. Well, Colby looking for hit number 2 on the year. Ridgel got a hit all the way back against RNE in the early parts of May, excuse me. Now swinging strike 3, and Ridgel goes down on 3 straight. Strikeout number 2 for Falls. In the top of the order comes back up for AC Flora.
Now batting number 7, Roper Winsky.
Oh, Roper Wensky, who has 2 of the 3 hits tonight for AC Flora, will dig into the right-handed batter's box. It's a righty on a righty here in Roper. Looking for his first cracks at Falls. A fastball hums in for strike 1, felt high against Wensky. Roper has 2 singles and a pop-out. Unfortunately, the singles if they came at the other time, would have scored some runs. The 0-1 is overthrown to the left-handed batter's box. It's ball 1. Yeah, Roper's unfortunately gotten his 2 singles with nobody on base. If that would have been a single in the second, Falcons may have had some momentum going into this game. Instead, they're held to 3 hits so far. The off-speed hard hit in the left center, and that's going to be gapped for an extra base hit, and that will roll to the wall. Roper's on his horse. He's digging hard for second, and he will hold up there with a 1-out double. So Roper looks to be one of the biggest bright spots here for AC Flora. Now 3 for 4 with an extra base hit here in the 6th.
Number 18, Charlie Scott.
Well, the Falcons now have another runner in scoring position. We'll see if Charlie Scott can hit him home. Falcons have left 7 of their 11 runners on base in scoring position. We'll see if the right-handed Charlie Scott can help. First pitch is bounced in, and that one goes to the backstop, so Roper will now move the first Falcon run 90 feet away. So far this game, Charlie reached on a walk in the 4th. He fouled out and struck out looking back in the 1st. So he's 0 for 2 this evening. Charlie will love to get that 5th hit for AC Flora and maybe get some rally caps going here in the 6th. However, the best pitcher, the best reliever, I might say, for the Cougars. Try to shut the door here. The 1-0 curveball just missed high. It's ball 2 up around the letters of Scott, but that one didn't miss by much as Jeff's kind of giving the...
No, I failed to reset the count after a Roper.
Yeah, you're fine. It's 2-0. 2-0 coming home. That pitch low, ball 3. Charlie's way ahead here against the right-handed Falls. So Falls is giving up 2 hits, which already matches Cooper Queen this evening. But he's also struck out 2. He's behind 3-0, so looking to walk his first one. The off-speed outside, ball 4. Charlie Scott draws the 4-pitch walk. And there's runners at the corners here with 1 out for AC Flora. And that brings up Tyler Hernandez.
21, Tyler Hernandez.
So a man who hasn't been walking much lately has 2 walks so far this evening. He's also flown out, and Falls kind of just giving the shrugs, and I don't know where that one missed, but either way, Falcons have runners at the corners with 1 out. Well, now Falls will step up. It's bottom of the 6th inning, an 8-0 lead here for the Cougars of York. There's 1 down, but the Falcons have a man at 3rd and 1st, trying to get some runs on the board. It's like the shift in the outfield to the right side. It's inside against the left-hander Hernandez. Ball 1. So Falls came back in the 5th inning, got 5, 6, 7, and 8. Now he's got 9, 1, 2, and he's getting 3, so he used this the first time he's facing this part of the order here for Flora. They've seemed to be a little more patient and drawing some much harder pitches for him. That strike, though, catches the inside part of the zone. Nice pitch from Falls, who took a little off of fastball to put it in the zone. Again, no matter what happens, if the Falcons can draw this comeback, we'll be back here on Wednesday, just depending on against who. It's 1-1 went out. That pitch, that hard hit in the right field. That may be gone. Looking up the right fielder, Russell. It's out of here. Tyler Hernandez's first high school home run. A 3-run shot over the right field wall, and the Falcons draw back within 5. And Tyler says, we may not be done quite yet.
Home run number 21, Tyler Hernandez.
Well, that was Falls' third hit given up. None bigger than that one, though. We've seen so many this year that look like homers. It's you not wanting to call it right away.
Yeah, that looked like a home run right away, though.
I know it did. But we've seen
Like,
Sneak,
really pretty
we've seen both Roper and Zach put one to the warning track, and they're on the same thing. So I was just trying not to get my hopes up. But Tyler has the second home run for AC Flora this year, and now turns the other man who has a homer. That's Rentz Best, who launches a fastball inside. Ball 1. Oh, the Falcons have all of a sudden have some life here in the 6th inning. They're now chasing 5. Rentz is 0 for 2 with a walk so far this evening. The 1-0 is low, ball 2. And the best reliever for the Cougars now in some trouble. That ball to Tyler was right over the heart of the plate, and Tyler didn't miss it. He put that one over the right field wall, and a swing and a miss. Strike 1, a hard swing and a miss from Rentz, as that changeup fell quickly in the zone. On 2-1 inside. Very tight on the waist of Roper. Now it's 3-1 now. Three and one the pitch, strike 2, outside edge. Nice pitch from Falls, who continues to throw so violently he loses his hat on the mound. Falls is not a bigger guy, but the hat continues to fly off. So full count, 1 out, coming home, the pitch, hard hit up the middle, that's a base hit. The Falcons offense coming alive. Had 3 hits coming into this inning. Now they have 3 hits this inning. And there's another man aboard for AC Flora. That's a 1-out single. Well, we'll see if Zach Sneak can continue the hit parade, as now Falls gets to go his second time around the order. Sneed started the affairs against Falls with a strikeout looking. He'd love to put one into play and get the rally kind of officially underway. As York now is kind of a silence falling over their side. That slider, though, beautifully in for strike 1. Broke across the plate inside on the waist of Sneed. It was gorgeous. So Falls following his fastballs. There's a off speed for strike 1. It's righty on lefty. The right-hander comes home. That one hits the dirt. Gets away from Carroll. That will allow Rentz to scamper over to second, where he takes the hard turn. Well, the Falcons aren't going away quietly here. They've left over, now it's 11 runners on base after Hernandez's 3-run shot. There is number 12 technically over there, but haven't left him on base quite yet. We'll see if AC Flora can continue this hot streak and make this game a game. 1-1 coming home, the pitch, hard hit right side at the first. Hot shot gets under the leg of Harvey into right field. They're going to hold Rentz Best at third, as Russell gets it in quickly from right. That's got to feel good for Sneed. Zach hasn't been exactly hot at the dish coming into the night, but that's got to feel great. It's first hit of the night, second time reaching base. And there's runners at the corners here with 1 out for Jack Chetwood. Well, as I said, starting to come a little more optimistic here at Falcon Field. Falcons have now tallied 4 runs this inning, or 4 hits this inning against Falls, and 3 runs. So run 4 will be at third. First pitch, the right-handed Chetwood. The off-speed is outside. Ball 1. Well, the right-handed Colby Falls is struggling, and there's not even a man up in the bullpen for York. So maybe their next pitcher coming from the field, if it does. 1-0 coming home from Falls. The off-speed high and inside against Chetwood, who backs off. It's now 2-0 here against the right-handed shortstop. Chetwood has reached twice off of a infield single, a walk, and he's also flown out to the right fielder. A Falcon dugout mimicking that optimism starting to feel here, starting to get hype. The 2-0, strike one, fastball on the outside edge, catches the zone against Chetwood.
I actually put that as a ball because it was, but I'll change the count to 2-1. It's fine.
2-1, one gone here in the bottom of the sixth. Falcons have a 3-run homer. Swinging strike two, off-speed Georges got Chetwood to swing over it. Even the count at 2. So after he was ahead 2-0, Chetwood is now fallen behind and even the count at 2s. Falls looking for strikeout numero 3. That's number 3. 2-2 coming home, the off-speed hard hit to the left side. That's for the third baseman, Clinton. On a second for 1. They'll throw to first. A hard throw. Done in time. It's safe. The throw by Ayers just late. And the Falcons have a ground-out RBI. And Chetwood gets an RBI there, which actually increases. He now takes the solo lead in the team back from Ritz Best.
16, Paul Choate.
So, Paul Choate will come up, the 8th batter of the inning to come up here against against Falls. He now shows bunt, that ball high inside, ball 1. AC Flora does such a great job of putting bunts down for hits, and Paul was trying to get one over on York there. However, the high inside off-speed pitch from Falls gave Choate some trouble. It's 1-0, now the pitch is low, ball 2. Well, on deck is the last batter who hasn't been up this inning. That's Paul Choate on deck. Or not Paul Choate, excuse me, Monty Lafite.
He's at the plate.
Paul Choate's at the dish. Paul Choate has been hitless though tonight. He's 0 for 3 with 2 groundouts and a strikeout. The 2-0 bounces in, and now it's 3-0. Carroll, though, able to take it in on a hop and look back the runner at first. And Chetwood, again, he loves to steal. He has stolen base number 9 this year, only trailing Charlie Scott in that category on AC Flora. 3-0, 2 gone. Falls. He'll wind, he'll deal home the inside. Pitch is a cold ball. It's high and in. A 4-pitch walk from Paul Choate. And here comes Coach Deegan, who now senses some danger here.
Says shortstop. Looks like he is coming in.
Remember when I said Larson Montgomery was warming up? He is now looking to be coming in. So Colby Falls, who's their most reliable reliever here for the Cougars, was one of his worst outings of the season, and the Falcons have some life here in the 6th inning. Don't go anywhere, though. New pitcher on the mound for the Cougars when we return. Welcome back here to Falcon Field. After trailing by 8 entering this inning, the Falcons have put 4 runs across in the bottom of the 6th. However, Larson Montgomery throws one over the head of Monty Lafite. And it's a 1-0 count. Now
is he okay?
Yeah, that came off awkwardly off the bump, and he's okay, Jeff. He
okay, yeah, he's
finally
like,
motioned.
Go away.
Yeah, Coach Deegan stepped the foot out of the dugout. Larson Montgomery said, go back there. I want no part of you. Well, the right-hander is, as you can tell, a flamethrower on the mound, making his 9th appearance here for the Cougars. He's pitched over 21 innings of work, 4.52 ERA as he throws one right down Broadway. Took some off there for strike 1. But what the stat to note is 37 strikeouts over 21 innings pitched. He received a save in Game 1 of the Clover series. It's 1-1 here, righty on righty, 2 gone. The slider right down the middle, about knee-high for strike 2 against Lafitte.
It's a nice slider.
It's a beautiful slider. Lafitte is the 9th batter in the inning to come up here for Flora. So if they eventually do get up Lucas Beal, who's now on deck, he'll bat around. The 1-2 just outside. Ball to a tough pitch to take for Lafitte, but a good eye there. Allows the Falcon faithful to breathe a sigh of relief after taking one that close. Montgomery's coming in with a man on a mission. He is throwing straight gas. It's 2-2, 2 gone, 2 on. The pitch is that ball's chopped up the middle, off the glove, over to the shortstop. He's got to fire to first, quickly falls, starts it over inside, is retired. A ball that was scary here for the Cougars, almost turned disaster, but Falls was able to get the ricochet off the glove of Montgomery. However, the Falcons sliced the lead in half. They're going to be chasing forward, going to the 7th. We'll be right back here on Definite Fiction. Welcome back here to Falcon Field. Let's play all 7. A game that was in danger of getting run ruled last inning has turned into an interesting game in the first round of the playoffs. The Falcons trailed by 8 after giving up a 4-run second inning, and then 2 more 2-run innings in the 4th and 5th. However, after a 4-run bottom of the 6th, they're here trying to keep this game at a 4-run game. Monty Lafitte back out for more as Larson Montgomery, the new pitcher for the Cougars, will step into the right-handed batter's box. He hits one hard to the third baseman. Nice glove from Joe Ray. He'll step up. He'll fire it out. Number 1. Flash the leather, young buck. Joe Ray gloves a hot shot to third for out number 1. That's one way to keep the momentum going for AC Flora. That ball looked like it could have been in the corner for extra bases. Joe Ray said, nah, I'm going to keep it in the infield and just throw him out. This kid is young, and he's manning the third base side. He will be a threat for the AC Flora Falcons for years to come. Well, Cooper Williams will now step in, the left-handed center fielder. Watches an off-speed pitch go outside for ball 1.
I was going to say Falcon opponents, right?
Yeah, he will be a threat for the Falcons.
For the Falcons, yeah.
For the Falcons. I just can't talk. I'm too tired, I guess. Well, it's righty on lefty here. Lafitte will come home again. The knuckleball bounces in about a foot from the plate. So it's going to be 2-0. So far today, Williams has struck out, popped out, and singled back in the forest. So he's 1 for 3 coming out this evening. He's now 1 for 20 this year after grabbing his first hit against AC Flora in Hank Collins in the 4th. The 2-0 is high, ball 3, and Lafitte in danger of walking his second hitter of the evening. Well, Lafitte has had a great start in this game. I mean, left 2 stranded back in the 6th, had a solid 5th inning. In danger of walking his second. The 3-0 coming home, the knuckleball, outside, ball 4. A 4-pitch walk to Cooper Williams. Gets him on base for the second time tonight. And York has some danger here. Well, Dalton Russell, who has 2 hits tonight and a sacrifice bunt this evening, He has 3 RBIs against our Falcons. He'll step into the right-handed batter's box in this right-handed showdown. Lafitte, who's worked all 4 innings in his previous 2 appearances, will now have a talk from Lucas Beal, the catcher. So again, no matter what happens, we'll be right back here 7 o'clock on Wednesday. Falcons will either be welcoming in Lucy Beckham if they can score 4 or more and keep this game going, or they will be welcoming in Myrtle Beach. Either way, Myrtle Beach will be an elimination game. Lucy Beckham will be a game in the winner's bracket. We'll see what we got here as York still trying to do some damage in the top half of the 7th. Now a pickoff move back to first, sliding just in safely is Cooper Williams. Cooper does have a stolen base to his name this year, but he's not one to try to go many times. Now again, Lafitte will throw back to first after a long wait there. It's a nice pickoff move from Lafitte, but Williams doesn't have that much of a lead, so it makes it a very hard steal opportunity. Or pickoff opportunity, rather. Also a steal opportunity. Same thing, different shapes. Now he'll fire home the first pitch. Swinging strike 1. The off-speed fools Russell. That was an off-speed that went over the heart of the plate and dropped to the right side of it. And Russell was not ready for it. Russell did get that 2 RBI single off Manuel Lafitte back in the 5th, so we'll see how the second time around goes. Next pitch, that ball's chopped over to the third base. That one gets through the hole for a base hit. Joe Ray, after making a great play earlier in the inning, now can't field that one properly. That one was a hard hit, though, and they're going to rule it actually a hit. So a 3rd hit of the game for Russell results in a man on first and second here with 1 out. There is some Falcons in the bullpen for AC Flora. And there still is a chance AC Flora can come back, but would need a 4 spot in the 7th if they want to do so. And the top of the order for York is up here with Coleman Harvey. Harvey, his only time being out tonight was a ground out to Tyler Hernandez at first in the 5th. He has 3 other singles with an RBI to boot. The lefty watches one go right down Broadway. Strike 1. Monty Lafitte wastes no time attacking Coleman Harvey. It's righty on lefty. Lafitte. He'll now wind and go back to second. There's no one covering second, though, as Chetwood and Roper are up the middle playing double play depth, but not really keeping too much of an eye. Roper's having to play more of that hole on the right side with the lefty do up because they've hit it there like about 5 times tonight, where he just hasn't been. The 0-1 will come home. The pitch. Strike 2. And Harvey. He bounces off saying, what the heck? He is visibly upset. The stare down to the umpire. Seen people been thrown out for less. But it's now 0-2 here with 1 gone. Lafitte ahead of the senior. The sophomore, he'll wind, he'll deal home. The pitch just outside, ball 1. That one may have been more in the strike than the last one, but make it be a makeup call. So it's going to be 1-2 here with 1 gone. Top of the 7th. Last inning of this playoff game. Well, potentially, barring you go to extras for the 2nd time in the span of a week. Falcons are trailing by 4, but York has 2 on base trying to add to it. The 1-2 coming home. The inside pitch stays inside and almost hits Harvey, so we'll do a 2-2. Harvey, a patient hitter, has 16 walks this year. He actually leads the Cougars with 16. He's yet to draw a walk tonight. That's because he's been putting the ball in play multiple times. 2-2, 1 gone. Lafitte will come set. He'll wind, he'll deal home. The off-speed is outside, ball 3. So after 2 straight strikes, he's thrown 3 straight balls, and we have a full count here with 1 gone. It's a 8-4 lead here for the Cougars. Full count, 1 out. Runners at second and first. Lafitte. The right-hander will come set. He'll work out of the stretch. He'll come home, fouled back. People may be flinching on the York camera when they watch that tape over again, but we'll do the 3-2 one more time.
I was solid in my reaction.
Yeah?
Yeah, felt good about that.
Oh, got attention here. Full count, 3-2. Coming home, the pitch, swinging, strike three, Monty Lafitte. The off-speed gets Harvey. And there's 2 down here in the 7th.
Up next,
Nice
number
pitch from Monty
23,
Lafitte.
Dover.
Strikeout number 2. What may have been the biggest one of his young pitching career here at AC Flora. Well, not out of danger yet. A man who's also been really tough to get out today, Trey Dover. Trey's got on base twice out of his 4 times. He's also flown to the warning track, so he can put a ride into one if he gets one to hit. It's righty on righty. Lafitte will go home. The first pitch, off-speed, strike one. Looking, nice pitch from Monty. The off-speed paints the outside part of the zone. Picasso style. Oh, and 1, 2 gone. Lafitte looks the runner at second back. He'll wind home the pitch. Low and away. Oh, yeah, blowing away ball 1. That's what I thought, but
Close.
Jeff thought it was a little closer than I am. Jeff also has a better view than I do, so you can see real time. I cannot. Well, it's 1 and 1 here against Dover.
It's within the officials' RNG.
Correct. The powerful junior has slugged 9 ribbies here this year. He added number 10 to it today. On deck against that far, it's the dangerous catcher Luke Carroll, who's reached base every time this evening. It's 1 and 1, 2 gone. The pitch. Off speed, got him on the outside part of the zone. Strike 2, Monty Lafitte. Is that a slider, Jeff?
I don't know. It's weird because it sweeps like a curveball, but it's
Sweeping slider.
yeah, like almost.
That's a pitch.
Okay.
1 and 2 now. 1 pitch away. Lafitte comes home. That one around the eyes, and Dover doesn't bite. So we'll do the 2-2 here with 2 gone. Well, 2's around, as I said. 2 and 2. 2 gone. And 2 men on. Over at second, it's Williams. At first, it's Russell. Dover at the dish trying to bring at least one of them home and get some more insurance for York. The pitch coming home. That one's in the dirt. Nice play by Lucas Beal. He breaks for third. The throw to third. Not in time. It will skip away from Joe Ray, but not far enough to go. Now, smartly, though, Russell will take second off the throw to third. So a stolen base for Cooper Williams, who I don't think any will. Technically a stolen base, I think, will go down, even though that was a contested. It got away from Beal, but enough to go, and Dalton will move up to second. So it's a full count here with 2 gone, meaning the runners will not be in motion now that first base is open. Monty is 1 pitch away from getting out of it. However, Dover's 1 pitch away from adding to this 4-run lead. Full count, coming home, the pitch is fouled back, and we'll do it one more time. Luke Shalkin was trying to make a catch here behind home plate. He gives me the little wink over there. He heard his name. He was ready. He pounced up. He was like
Yeah, he's gonna get it.
he was the outfielder trying to make the play. Because he gets the behind the outfielders. Lafitte comes set. He'll deal home. The 3-2 is skied in the infield. Going to be playable. The shortstop Chetwood calls everyone off and makes the play on the infield grass for out number 3. So Lafitte, after a walk and a single, leaves 2 men in scoring position. The Falcons have some momentum going to the 7th. They need 4 to tie and 5 to win. We've seen crazier things happen. We'll be right back here on Definite Fiction.
Lucas Field.
Well, the Falcons are down to their final 3 outs, but if you talked to me about 20 minutes ago, I'm a lot more optimistic than I was, or I'm a lot more optimistic now than I was 20 minutes ago. The Falcons had a 4-run inning last inning. Now we're going to have to try to do it one more time, because I'm talking really fast. Basically what you need to know, Falcons need 4. They trail by 4. They want to extend this game. Larson Montgomery back out again. The first pitch, fastball inside, strike 1. That's Lucas Beal, the catcher, who's going to be in there. Colby Ridgel took the last at-bat, but he struck out swinging, so Lucas Beal back out. He's 0 for 1 tonight with a walk. A fastball's outside into their batter's box. It's going to be 1-1 in this right-handed showdown. Montgomery came in and got the final out of last inning. Got a ground out, now off his glove. That one up, that time he gloves it. Wow, what a leather. He's going to run over to first, and he'll get out number 1 at the flip. What a play from Montgomery. That ball looked like it might get back, but he speared it out of midair, and that's out number 1. Well, the Falcons are down to their final 2, but the top of the order is up. It's Roper Wensky, who is, I mean, you may not want to touch the kid. He may be scorching hot. He's 3 for 4 this evening. First pitch to the righty, that ball on the other side, opposite field hitting, and Ropers has a 4-hit game tonight. The young sophomore is showing out in the diamond, and he has 4 hits, and that was the first pitch swinging.
18, Charlie Scott.
Well, Charlie Scott will now dig in, as Montgomery will switch the ball. So, if we're doing the math, technically, I'm going to just keep this in mind. The tying run right now will be Rent's best. He's in the double hole. But it's going to take a lot to get to him, and that includes Charlie Scott getting on base for the 3rd time tonight. He's walked twice, fouled out, and struck out so far this evening. His first time facing Montgomery. Righty on righty, Montgomery fires home. The fastball's right down Broadway for strike 1. Montgomery seems to be fastball heavy, and he's in no mood to be patient. I think we saw Roper Wensky with the best swing on him tonight. Just said, you're gonna throw you're gonna throw a strike, I'm gonna hit it. 0-1 the pitch, the curveball, beautiful. Oh my goodness, Montgomery. That may have been a slide piece, but it looked like it was gonna hit Charlie and then broke right into the heart of the plate. The first time he's broke that out tonight. It's 0-2 here against the Falcons center fielder. 0-2 coming home, the pitch, low and away, ball 1. Good eye from Charlie. Falcons are trailing by 4. They're down to their final 2 outs. The 1-2 count. Montgomery comes home, the pitch, swinging strike 3. That slider gets Scott. And Montgomery's 1 out away from getting a 4-out save here. Well, Tyler Hernandez, who hit his first high school home run ever here at Falcon Field, put one over the right field wall as Russell just watched it go. Now Hernandez representing the final out here for York if they can get it here. Tyler, though, he's reached his last 3 times via 2 walks and a 3-run homer. That ball's hit hard on the left field line, foul. So Tyler coming into that at bat was 2 for his last 16. As I said in the Forest Acres Classic, it's so easy getting out of slumps when you hit homers, and Tyler hopefully just did that. The 0-1 coming home, low in the dirt. Nice eye from Hernandez. The off speed didn't get the first baseman to bite. Oh, it's a right-hander on the mound versus the left-hander at the dish. The 1-1 coming home, the pitch, low again, ball 2, and a nice pitch from Montgomery. So Tyler is smartly one of the most, I would say, just high IQ baseball players. Learned a lot for the Scott at bat. Saw the slider once, saw how it reacted. Charlie missed on both the sliders. Hernandez has made the right read on both of his. Two in, 1, 2 gone. Montgomery comes home. He loses his hat as he throws one away. It's ball 3. That was maybe one of the hardest fastballs Montgomery's thrown today, and the location showed it. It was nowhere near the zone. So it's 3 in, 1 here with 2 gone. Roper Wensky over at first. Falcons need 4 here. The pitch comes home, low and inside. Tyler Hernandez has drawn his 3rd walk of the evening. And Rent's best will come on. Now he'll see if he's representing the final out. Morency's reached base not once but twice here this evening.
Number
On the base
2,
single
Rich.
and a walk. He's also popped out and flown out. Renz is the most experienced Falcon here on this squad. Trying to use that experience to get the game over to Zach Sneed. It's righty on righty. Montgomery, after his first lefty, walked him on 5 pitches. We'll see how he reacts with the righty back at the dish. And on cue, Montgomery actually steps off. York is looking for win number 8, and it would be win number 5 in the last 6 games. First pitch, the righty. That one in there for strike 1. The slider broke right into the inside part of the zone, and Renz looked like it was going to hit him, so he watched it go. This is a beautiful slider from Montgomery if he locates it. The 0-1 coming home. That one bounces in, and Carroll, he's been great behind the dish tonight. He gloves that one without much of a hassle. One and 1, 2 gone. The pitch coming home. Fastball outside, ball 2. And as you heard, probably the York fans are saying, don't worry about the runners to Montgomery. The only runner that would technically matter here in this game is the one on deck. And obviously it's the one on deck, so it doesn't mean anything yet. 2 and 1 coming home. The pitch. That one's chopped to the shortstop. Playing it back as Falls. He'll wait. Curl hop. Go to first. That one's low. Did he dig it out? No, he beat it out. The runner's coming home. Straight the plate. The slide. He's out. A base running blunder as Roper Wensky took the turn and came to the plate. A nice ball from Harvey throws out Wensky, and that's how the game will end. The Falcons will jump to 13 and 11, and they will be here on Wednesday in an elimination game. Zach Sneed going to take his young sophomore on him. It's all right. We've all made mistakes. Well, that's a wild way to end the game. The Falcons would have brought the tying run to the plate if Roper stayed at third, but I'm not sure. Did you ignore the signal, Jeff, or do you have any idea?
Yeah, I don't know.
I think we're all watching first. I would assume he ignored the signal. I would doubt how it would send him home.
Down 4, you don't go.
Well, tough end to Falcons, who showed a lot of life late in that game, and need to use that spark here as they're now on the brink of elimination. They will host Myrtle Beach on Friday. If they win that, they will host the loser or the winner of Bluffton and Irmo.
You said Friday? No,
or Wednesday. We'd host Friday, then we'd host the winner of Bluffton if we win.
Back here Wednesday.
Back here Wednesday, no matter what, which could be the final game of AC Flora's 2024 baseball campaign. And it will be the first time I've ever called a game on Definite Fiction when I'm not a college student.
Oh, my goodness. Wow. How about that?
I take my last exam tomorrow morning, so.
All right. Well, good. Well, congratulations. All right. Good luck tomorrow.
Should be all right. It's an SEC media class, so I'm not exactly. I wouldn't say it's my biggest worry in my exams this year.
Yeah, awesome.
I would assume we throw Sparky Arrington tomorrow, maybe potentially. Just depends on. Yeah, I doubt you want to let McCutcheon go, but thank you for joining us here tonight. AC Flora game 1 of the playoffs didn't go the way we wanted to, but all things considered was a lot better than it very much could have been. The 4-run second inning is what did AC Flora in. And now they're trying to rebound and stay alive in this tournament. We'll be right back. We'll be back here in Definite Fiction on Wednesday. And thank you.
All right, thanks.